says we are live. Let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig? Yes, indeed. It's Friday, ain't it? So hopefully everybody have a good, safe weekend. Let me scroll up and see if we got in the building thus far in the AM. We got Avery Vice up in here. What it do? Joseph Brown, TY Boxing 02 in the building. Tamir Ali, my brother, Supreme Beast, Box Talk Cadillac Red up in here. My brother's keeper is in the building. Coach 67 Sports TV. Mark Harrison. Brother Will Sinclair in the building. AC Boxing. Jalen Hudson. A Wavy 09 is in the building. Slip the jab, what it do? We got King Strict up in here. Paul 912 is in the building. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'll grab something real quick. Let me grab something real quick. One second. We got Coach Hudson up in here. We got K Mack is in the building. Brandon Adam Perry up in here. The brothers Stephen L. Mizak up in the building. Up here. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat. I'll make sure I put that in all of the chats, you know. Okay. Where is it at? No, hang on. There we go. There we go. Had to pin that link in the chat for y'all to buy y'all LDBC meet and greet tickets. The link is pinned to the chat. Brian Johnson, the one and only, what it do? Professor X, Brooklyn born, visionary, Mag 7 Life. AB, Focus Ideas. Let me see here. Brother Adam Perry say Du Bois saved Kid Austin's career. That's facts. That's actually actual facts. Slip the jab. Paul 912. Boxing and barbecue. Salute. Ratchet since 91. Stephen X is in the building. Shout out to the brother Yakov. Appreciate you in the super chat with that 10 piece. Much love and much appreciation, good brother. Thank you. Thank you for the support coming through early, showing love. Kevin Oba, Young Deezy, Valmira, Craig L. Salute to everybody in the super chat, man. I mean, everybody in the building. I got my brother G. Cole Wody, Scrapyard, K Mims, K Sims, I'm sorry. My brother Joe Townsend coming through, standing tall on LDBC business. What it do? My brother Mr. Mont is in the super chat early. In the cash app, I should say. Shout out to Mr. Mont in the cash app. Appreciate the love, Mr. Mont. Say salute. Thank you, brother. Much love to Mr. Mont. We got salute to everybody in here. Mark Miller, Justin Jacobs. What's up? Salute to Jay, Sniper, everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all. Sean Coleman. Let's go and get down to the smoke now, y'all. All right, so somebody hit me up yesterday. Was asking me, had I noticed Gervonta Tank Davis tickets aren't selling for his fight. So no, I had noticed that. I hadn't checked on them, you know what I'm saying? I really don't be checking for stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, I really don't care about, like, if somebody, I don't care if a fighter tickets is selling, or how much tickets that has no bearing on whether or not I think they're a good fighter or they're worthy for me to watch. Because I'm not a bandwagon hopper, you know what I'm saying? I don't ride waves like if this person hot, then I want to be next to him or her, and I want them on my YouTube page, and I want to be friends with them. And this person popping, I gotta be seen at the party with them. And that whether you popping or not has nothing to do with whether I support you or not. That's just me, right? So I didn't care if Tank fight is selling out or not. That's irrelevant to me. But it is relevant to Tank fans because that's what's up, Charlie Woo. Tank fans, they have made such a big deal about Tank selling tickets and what's up, Oak Park Boxing? They made such a big deal about Tank selling tickets and Tank being a star. You know what I'm saying? And Tank doing this and that, right? So, and they try to belittle, right? They try to belittle other fighters who don't sell as much as Tank and all that. But now, a couple days before the fight, Tank still got hella 5 tickets on sale. I mean, a lot of them. And then from what I just heard this morning before I did, because I wasn't even going to talk about this. I was going to talk about the Daniel Dubois being replaced by Okoli and all that kind of stuff. I had the whole thumbnail done. But then I got a phone call this morning about 2 hours ago from a source, a reliable source that told me that Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach fight is not selling very well. I reached out to him last night once I got the email and got his opinion. He told me this morning, he said, it was not selling good. He said, but it's going to look good on TV. So I laughed. I said, what you mean? He said, well, you know how they're gonna make it look good. They're going to lower the ticket prices a couple days before the fight. They're going to give out a lot of comps, and it's going to be a packed arena, right? It's going to be a packed arena up in there. I said, okay, yeah, that's pretty much how it worked. But he said that this fight is not selling well. Tank is the fight itself, in my opinion, should have been in the DMV area. It should be in DC or Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I think it should have been in DC or Baltimore. But you got 2 dudes from the DMV fighting in New York. I mean, yeah, Tank can sell anywhere, but still, like, why not just put it in DC? I don't get it. It ain't like the Commanders is finna be, you know what I'm saying, the Super Bowl over with. So like, I just don't get why. If I got a star like Tank Davis, and he is the star y'all say he is, and he finna fight a dude from DC, bro, I'm putting him in that stadium. Like, it just, and you could sell the tickets for cheap too. You could sell tickets for you could sell the ones closest to the ring for a lot of money and make your money. But just the optics, just the how it would look for Tank Davis to be fighting in it. How many y'all know better than me? How many seats does the Commanders Arena, whatever arena they play in, how many seats does that hold? If y'all know. What's up, Andre Toppin Jr. in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love, fam. Said, what to do, 78. Salute to you. Jamal Branch says the hate is real for Tank. Oh, that's good. Was that supposed to make me leave him alone now? Ooh, the hate is real. Oh, y'all come on here every day on YouTube looking for dirt about other fighters all day long, talking crazy about their ticket sales. But the moment it's even thought of, the Tank finna get some smoke. Oh, the hate is real. Oh my God, the hate is real. But anyway, he said 80K seats. Somebody say 68,000. Somebody say 70K. Somebody say 58. Man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Let's just say 60 to be fair. 60,000 seats, right? Let's just say 60,000 seats to be fair. So if it's 60,000 seats there, don't y'all think how dope that would be for Tank Davis to pack out? Because I think he can do it in DC. For Tank Davis to pack out 60,000 seats, and this is how you do it. But you have to have a good promoter to do this, and Tank doesn't have that. He has a good advisor, but not a good promoter. Tank has been out here promoting his own fight by himself, doing interviews. And we've been helping him by me doing videos. Y'all call me hating on Tank. I'm helping him. I'm helping this dude. If I wasn't talking about him, who talking about him? It's fight week for Shakur Stevenson. I'm talking about Tank. I'm helping him. But y'all goofies don't get it. Oh, you hate no thing. You hate no thing. You always hate no thing. So anyway, Tank Davis, if you put this dude with his star power in that arena, right, where the Commanders play, right, and this is what you do: you get you get all of. Is that a dome or is that outside? I don't know. I don't really watch football that much no more. But let's say if you make all your money from the ringside seats and stuff like that. You make all your money from there. Or even if you want to sell, say, like the first 18,000 tickets for a price of like New York Barclays Center prices, right? And then the rest of the tickets spread out. You just sell them jokers for $100, $50. You know what I'm saying? Waiting the nosebleed, $25 tickets, man. Bro, you're going to have a packed arena. That's what they do in the UK. That's why it looks so great when you see you should see Anthony Joshua fight and they'd be like, all these people, like, man, look at all these people. But you're not understanding, bro, they made their money from the first 10 to 15,000 tickets. The rest of that stuff is just basically free tickets they're giving people. And that's how you got to do it. You won't take the bro. And I want that for him. I want that. I want to see that. I want to see something great like that. I thought they could have did something major. Had 60-some thousand people out there looking at Tank versus Lamont Roach. Then you got this guy out here talking about he the face of box. Now you can make that claim, even though it's still an optical illusion, it still would have looked good. Instead, they put him in the Barclays Center. Right? Smash that like button, y'all. Get the lights all the way up. They put the boy in the Barclays Center, and from what I hear, it's a lot of tickets. So what I'm finna do is I'm finna share the screen, and we finna look at we're about to look at the what this is going on here. Okay, let's share the screen. All right, let's look at Tank. Let's look at this one. Let me get this off the screen real quick. I gotta take this picture off so y'all can see good. All right. So y'all can see here. This is Ticketmaster, I think. This is Ticketmaster, I think. Okay. Now, they got tickets. The only thing that's unavailable is like weird. The gray areas is unavailable. The gray areas. I don't know if y'all can see this good, but everything else is available, bro. All this purple stuff is available. They got tickets galore. They got tickets on the floor for 10,000, 3,000 something, 1,500, 2,500. Man. Then they got 500 tickets, $700 tickets, $450, $600, a hell of $600 tickets. Then they got in the nosebleed sections, 230, 225, bro. They're not selling them tickets. Not with this close to the fight. They're not selling them. The cheapest tickets have already been bought up. So what my source told me was, within the next couple of days, they're about to start dropping the prices drastically on tickets. They're about to start dropping prices drastically on these tickets to get people up in there, which is fine. I'm cool with it. I ain't got no issue with it. It's just that I think that they could have done this same thing, but better in the DMV. But y'all gonna say I'm hating on Tank. I'm helping them. I'm trying to help this dude, look good to the people. It's look horrible. Let me see here. These $700 tickets, Section 8. And you got plenty of seats over here. Let me see over here. Let me look at the floor seats. That's the main thing. Floor seats should be ready to be sold out. Let me see. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 seats in a row for $10,000. So anybody who's gonna drop like a good 40 piece, you know what I'm saying? For you and your people, y'all can get right there on that row. They got Oh, let's see. This got a lot of stuff over here. Seats 1 and 2 in row 13. Seats. Oh man, there's a lot of tickets over here. This one here says it's a hot commodity. They're selling quick. Let's see. For $441. They got a lot of tickets for sale over here. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, let me look at another one. Let me look at another website and see what they got going. Let's see here. All right, this is one of the other ticket sales sites. Vivid Seats. All right, so they got tickets available. I guess all the white is sold out. And these are pretty much nosebleed sections. The white is sold out, I guess. And then they got all the blue for sale. They got the purple for sale, the green for sale. Lord have mercy. They got suites for sale. So, this is going to be an interesting situation for Tank. Very interesting to see how they flip the script here. Very interesting. DVW is in the super chat with the 5-piece. Much love and much appreciation. He said, light-skinned dudes never beaten the allegation 78. He says, Tank self-promoting was a bad idea. Bring back Floyd. Hey, man. I've been trying to help him. I've been talking about all his interviews and stuff, but they say I'm hating on him. If I ignore him, I could easily ignore him and just talk about other stuff. If I ignore him, I'm giving y'all stuff content. If I start talking about Tank, ain't nobody thinking about Tank. There's gonna be a couple YouTube channels talking about Tank, and ain't nobody gonna care. Trying to help the boy do something. You know what I mean? What do here? Scrapyard. Y'all talk about Tank more than y'all favorite fighter. Yo, who's all y'all do? You talk about Tank. That's all y'all do. You see? They'd rather us not talk about the dude than help him. We sitting here helping him. Ain't nobody else talking about Tank on bro, the man fighting on the first. Ain't nobody talking about him. We talking about him. We talking about his interviews, helping the dude out. Y'all talk about Tank more than y'all talk about anybody. That's cap. That's cap. If that's the case, your favorite YouTube channel talk about Devin Haney more than they talk about Tank. If that's the case. Crybabies. Y'all a bunch of crybabies. Y'all can dish it out, but you can't take it. What's up, Condo LWC? Nothing in the building. This dude, Jamal Branch. Devin is fighting for free on Ryan undercard. Devin is making more money than Ryan. I know it sounds good, and your name Jamal. Devin fighting for free. Devin making more money than Ryan. Devin cleaning up. Devin got a deal over in Riyadh season. Devin got a house over in Dubai. He got a man with a rifle to tell that man business. Man, Devin eating nasty out here in these streets. But y'all talk, your favorite YouTube channel, Devin moving. He's selling his house in Las Vegas. Devin listen, man, this man got a house in LA, New York, Dubai. He out here getting to it. Devin has secured his future. They out the hood now. They ain't got to hustle no more. Look at this mark here. Look at this mark. Start pocket watching like a 304. First of all, you Gervonta, I'm finna drop the link because I want to talk to you. Yeah, you come on over here. I'm gonna drop the link. Yeah, bring your behind right over here. I got something for you. I ain't even gonna waste my smoke. I'm gonna just drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link. This is for Jamal. Come on over here. Let's deal with it. The link is in the chat for Jamal Branch. Nobody else click the link. I'm not letting nobody on but Jamal. Come on over here and have a conversation, Jamal. Pocket watching like a 304. Let's cook. Let's cook. Can't wait to have this conversation. Click on that link, Jamal. Shay girl, you say you want to click the link? You can if you want to. What's up, Drew Type LLC in the building? Come on through, Jamal. We waiting on you, Jamal Branch. Come on through. Say stop pocket watching like a 304. Yeah, this type of conversation I've been loving, yearning to have. Look at him. Man, I'm not arguing with you over another man, but you are. You came here talking crazy. But this is typical of Tank Davis and his weak fans. This is what y'all do. You come here. I clearly just said at the beginning of this video, I don't care what his fight is saying. But since Tank Davis fans care so much about what the fight is selling, bro, I just said nobody but Jamal clicked the link. And then I got somebody back here clicking the link. See? I'm not letting you on. Because I said Jamal. Y'all trying to save him. Now, I clearly said I don't care about what this man is selling because that stuff don't bother me. That stuff that don't interest me. But since Tank Davis fans keep talking about that stuff, now it's relevant. Let's talk about it. Now you crying. I'm not going to argue with you about another man, but you here protecting another man. You here caping for another man. So what is you saying? What you talking about? Every time I turn around, y'all over here talking about Devin Haney ticket sales. Y'all talking about this one and that one ticket sales. Ryan Garcia only doing this ticket sales. Shakur ain't sold this and ain't sold that. The only people talking about that is Tank fans. Y'all care about that. Now when the topic shifts to Gervonta Tank Davis, now all y'all do is talk about Tank. Oh, y'all hating on Tank. No, it don't work that way. Sorry. Don't work that way, sir. Now, since you're still in the chat, you can click the link. You can click the link, Jamal. Come on over here and have this conversation. Since everybody pocket watching like a 304, click the link. But this is what they do. What we got here? Rhino the Vibe is in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love and much appreciation, fam. He says, I'm in GA right now. Came to see my grandma. She's getting old on me. He says, got my daughter and my niece. They fighting every day. Never again. My niece is bad as hell. Hey, salute to you, brother. Round the Vibe out there. Taking a road trip with the children. Boxer Hacker in the super chat with the 10-piece. Much love and much appreciation, fam. He says, salute, General. They got the majority of the fighters on the card are from the DMV. Why is this happening in New York City is beyond me. Says, this is supposed to be a B-more versus DC, yet both fighters are training. Hey, bro, but I'm hating. I'm hating for saying that. How long have I been on here telling y'all Tank should be fighting in the DMV area? Maximize his, yes, he'll start other places, but if you maximize his home base and you pull everybody out, especially when you fight somebody from the DMV, I don't get why are you fighting somebody from the DMV? You train it in DC, but you fight in New York. Yes, I know New York is just a hour plane ride away, 45-minute plane ride away, whatever. Maybe even 30-minute plane ride away. But regardless, you should be fighting in DC. That's what you should do. That's common sense, bro. So now you got a situation where, what's up, Shower? Sister Shower in the building. Everything by John says you're going to watch the fight. Of course I'm going to watch the fight. You got a boxing channel. I like boxing. Scrapyard said that ish don't matter. What don't matter? What don't matter, sir? What issue don't matter? Wait a minute, I think that's you in the background, Scrapyard. I'm gonna let you on here. And when I let you on here, listen, man, do not be on here cursing, being disrespectful. You want to have a conversation, we can conversate. If you start wilding, I'm just kicking you off, and we're gonna keep the show grooving, moving and grooving. So think about what you're gonna say before I let you on here, Scrapyard. Yo, Scrapyard, can you hear me?
Yo, you can hear me?
I hear you.
You saying you saying Tank fighting in New York doesn't make sense, right?
Right. He should be fighting in DC.
But why though? Like, how does that make more sense than fighting?
Well, I'll tell you why.
A major
Tank
city.
Davis, you just asked a question. Let me explain. Tank Davis is from Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Lamont Roach is from DC. Baltimore and DC is right next to each other. Right?
So is New York. New York not that far?
New York is not right next to Baltimore, DC. But yes, I get the point. But DMV have a well, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Minnesota.
You from Minnesota. Okay, clearly. So now, what I mean by that is you don't understand the optics, the dynamics of the DC and Baltimore area, DMV area beef. It's always a rivalry there. Dudes that's on the streets, dudes that's in jail. Baltimore and DC have always had a rivalry, which is why when you have a Baltimore dude fighting a DC dude, it's a great idea to have the fight either in DC or Baltimore. Preferably DC because it's bigger with more star power, all that kind of stuff. You're going to bring out everybody from those areas. Chocolate City is going to come out to see what's happening with those fights. That's why I just talked about why they should be happening in the Commanders arena. So, go ahead.
My thing is, I think New York is a better location because it's a major city. They got casinos, hotels. Everybody it's not even that far from DC. You can take a train to New York. You can drive there. It's not even like, I don't get it. Like, what's your problem with it?
Okay, well, let me ask you a question, bro. With all due respect, when's the last time you've been to New York?
Shit, like
tell the truth.
A long time. Since I was a kid.
You a kid? Okay, where did you stay when you were there?
Queens.
In Queens, okay. So now, since you were a kid, you ain't been there in the recent years. So now, you said something that caught my eye. You said New York has hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that tells me you're a youngster, aren't you? You can be honest.
Yeah.
You're a youngster. How old are you, brother? If you don't mind me asking.
20.
Okay, you're 20. Okay, brother. I figured that when you said that New York had hotels. Let me tell you something, brother. DC got hotels, great, very good ones. Milwaukee got hotels. Minnesota got hotels. So by you saying that New York,
you're right.
You said New York got hotels. That tells me that like you're watching something on television, not understanding that, bro. New York is a great place, yes, indeed. But DC is Chocolate City, fam. You ever been to DC?
Nah.
But you're young though. Even if you have been, you're too young to really experience.
I've been in Philly though. I think the fight would be better in Philly.
No, it wouldn't be better in Philly. DC, brother. See, brother, this is what I'm saying. Why are you arguing? Listen, bro. You 20, right? You low key, like you way younger than my son. But listen, you don't know why DC and Baltimore have a rivalry. Why
I
DC
I
would be
do
a
know,
good
but
idea and be better than New York. You don't understand what I'm saying.
not people not looking at DC and Baltimore as like a major city. Like, oh, let's go to DC for a vacation. Let's go to Baltimore for a vacation. Like nobody looking at. I don't look at that shit like that.
Bro, see, don't curse, bro. But listen, this is another thing. You don't have to look at it that way because you're 20, my brother. That's my point.
But
But
if I'm going to a
the
major
people that are in the
city,
chat, DC has been a boxing town. DC has been a boxing town.
you're
So
right. But people
my
are
point is
not
this,
going to DC for a vacation. People are going to
dude.
New York
Who cares
for a
about who going to
vacation.
DC for vacation if you have a fighter from
If people
DC
are going,
and a
why
fighter from
wouldn't
Baltimore? The DC people in a boxing town can pack the arena. Is what I'm telling
it's
you,
more
brother.
stuff to do in New York than DC and Baltimore? Why would we just go to a
Lord
fight
have
in
mercy,
DC? We
brother.
can go to New York, go to the fight, and then go to the casino after, and then go to the club
What
after. All
casino?
type of
What casino? No. What casino in New York? What casino?
any MGM, any casino.
No. What casino in New York? You said casino. What casino in New York are you talking about?
I don't know the major
That's
casinos in
right,
New
because you
York,
know, brother. I'm sorry, I gotta
but
let
I
you off
know
here,
there's major casinos in New York.
brother. What casino in New York are you talking about?
The
There is
MGM.
what casino? I'm not even gonna say that. I want you to tell me.
I can search it up right now.
No, you said no. You talking like this, like you know, like no, because in New York you can go to the casino. You can what casinos?
The Resorts World, Empire City. What else?
You talking about Atlantic City?
Empire City, and it's in New York.
My goodness gracious! Listen, brother.
There's a lot of casinos in New York. Like, what do you mean?
Okay, man. But you just told me you haven't been in New York since you were a child. This is what I'm asking you. You're talking. You're going by Google, and you're not talking from experience. I'm a grown man who shake and move out here, and I'm telling you, you argue with me, but you just said you ain't been in New York since you was a kid. But you talking about there's more stuff to do in New
All
York.
I'm saying
How would you
is,
know this? How would you
all
know
I'm
anything?
saying is, it's a better location because you can do way more than what you can do in DC and Baltimore. What are you gonna do in
Sir,
Baltimore? Like
sir,
Baltimore. Nobody's looking at Baltimore as like, oh, let's go do something in Baltimore.
sir.
There's way more traffic in New
If
York
you're
than
having a
Baltimore.
boxing match, if you're having a boxing match, okay, between a DC and a Baltimore cat, all you have to do have the fight in DC. DC and Baltimore people are going to pack the arena, and other boxing fans from all over the world that want to come there are going to come there. You get to see the White House when you go to DC. The DC got many
The
attractions.
White House? Did you just say the White
Chocolate,
House?
brother. Why do they call DC Chocolate City? Can you tell me that,
Who wants to go see the White
brother,
House?
brother,
What
brother, brother?
I don't
Why,
want to go see no White House.
sir? Why do they call DC Chocolate City, sir?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, you don't. So you don't know why they call, brother? I'm not going to do this. You're a youngster. You're a youngster. I don't even want to embarrass you,
Bro,
bro.
why does that even
brother,
why does that
brother.
even matter?
Hey,
Right.
let me go to let me take this off the screen real quick. Let me put this up here. One second, y'all. Let me fix my let me fix this here.
Lord have mercy.
Let me fix this. One second, Drew. Okay, here. Then I go here.
What
1 second, bro. I got you. All right, here we go. Let me change this. Let me change this to that. All righty. Hey, Black Attack, turn your camera on. Just wave, just so I can see. Make sure it's ain't no crazy troll. Okay, got you, Black Attack. All right,
Yeah.
my brother Drew.
I'm not going to be long. I'm about finna go to the plantation.
That's what I'm
Let me just
saying.
say this. New York is a tourist trap. It sounds good to come here for a fight, but really there's not much to do unless you want to get lost in the city. Where the Barclays is, that neighborhood, and Thomas from the Bronx, he can tell you, he's in the chat. They just rebuilt that whole area because it was a dumpster truck about a decade ago. All right. There's 5 boroughs in the city. You're gonna have to hop on the train to go everywhere. Good luck doing that now because we still got the migrant problem here. You might F around on the train and get robbed if you go to the wrong block. Matter of fact, the projects is up the block from the Barclays. You could F around and make a wrong turn over there and get hurt. As far as casinos is concerned, he's talking about Empire. That's in Yonkers. Do you know how far that is?
Bro, and that's why I asked him, when's the last time you've been in New York? Because the stuff he's saying is stuff that he must have seen on Google or something. Like, bro, you know how big New York is? Like where the Barclays is, from the distance from the Barclays to what you talking about casinos is ridiculous.
It don't even make sense to take a Uber over there. Yonkers is not a part of the 5 boroughs. It's not far. Empire is not far from where I'm at, but I'm at like the tip of the Bronx. I'm like 3 exits from Connecticut. You understand? You can't move and shake around New York like how if you got to be from here to understand. When he said casino, I'm like, what casino? Is this something I'm missing? The only casino that I know of is Empire, and you can't leave Manhattan to come through the Bronx to get to Yonkers or go to Empire unless you're driving. And you're getting knocked in the head on the Major Deegan with traffic everywhere. Let alone if you stay, because people are coming to the tank fight, they might make camp in BK. But to leave BK to go to a casino in Yonkers, do you have any concept how far that is? That is far. And that's something you do not want to do. You know, I don't understand why Tank, if you want to be a trendsetter, you're from the DMV. I don't understand why he's not having it where he lives. Or he couldn't do it in Atlanta. Didn't he fight in Atlanta before? What I'm saying is you got to do it around your people, man. You got to do it around your people. If Bud could fight in Omaha, because Omaha's not a boxing town last I checked, but at least he did that over there. Why can't he fight in the DMV? There's a few good fighters in DMV. This is a DMV fight. Ain't Roach from out there?
Bro, but
he doesn't up here.
But that's what I'm saying, Drew. The young brother he 20. He don't get the DMV. He don't even know what that means, probably. So like he don't get the whole rivalry between Baltimore and DC, like the stuff that we grew up understanding. I don't think he understands that. So he arguing a point that I think he would be better if he knew more. He'd be better. But he got time to learn. He got time to learn. He young. Let me go. Black Attack. You there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, sir, man. What's your thoughts on what we cooking on, man?
Yeah, I'm from DC, so like I agree with everything you're saying, but like the far as the Redskins Stadium, you know, it's too cold for that. So that's
because it's outdoors, right?
Yeah, it's outdoors, but like they can have it at the Verizon Center.
I agree with that.
I agree.
But the only thing, like I said, I'm from here. Baltimore and DC, something gonna jump off.
Well, it's gonna jump off, but still, but look, that's the thing, and that's up to Tank and Roach. The rivalry alone is gonna pack the house, bro. You get the house in there, and you tell, hey, look, man, Tank. Remember, everybody thought it was something gonna jump off between Bud and Earl, right? That's why they had it in Vegas because people
exactly.
Because they thought something was gonna pop off, you know. But I think that Tank and Roach could have used that to their advantage, man. They could have.
They definitely could. I definitely agree with that. And I was kind of messed up, but I was like, they could have had that at the Verizon Center. Like, you know how much money that would have brought to the city.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable saying that, you know, we can't have an event where the two brothers are from, due to the fact that we're a little afraid of some violence jumping off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you gotta realize the culture. It's a younger culture.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong on that. You're not wrong on that. But you know, what's the trade-off? Now they coming to my city. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. I think they can make a statement and be peaceful, you know, and set the tone and bring boxing there. I mean, Tank is the face, right? Bring boxing there. Bring it there.
Exactly.
Set the tone. Bring it there.
One thing about them two, they know each other. They actually cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the crowd is gonna bring them. Baltimore and DC. It's like me personally, I don't got no problem with people from Baltimore. I love Baltimore people. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just you gotta realize, like, you just gotta be here. Like, It'll probably get crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This was the fight. They should have did it there. This right here. If it's
I think so too, though.
Yeah, they should have did it there.
Bro, I've been saying this for years about Tank fight. I'm like, bro, if you got a fighter from that area, man, you got to capitalize off of that DC Chocolate City.
DC love Tank too,
bro. And they love Tank, bro. I know this from
you got more people in DC going for Tank than Roach. Roach ain't got too many people from DC ride with.
Hold on, there's an MGM in Maryland.
Yes, in Maryland. That's what dude was saying. That's where the casino's at, and that's close.
That's what I thought he was talking about.
Yeah, it's a casino close by here, the MGM.
Wow. Let me read these super chats real quick. Sniper in the super chat, appreciate the love, fam. He says this dude's showing his age. Yeah, he's a youngster, that's all.
Yeah, he young. He said he was 20. I was like, oh no, he don't even know what he's talking about.
Young Deezy in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, "This the Kenny Drake dude? I don't know. Is that hey scrapbook? You ain't Floyd Schofield on low, is you?
Nah.
Scrapyard. Let's see here. We got
It's crazy.
We have Jalen James in the building with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. He says we have an MGM in DMV. Yes, sir.
Okay.
We have my brother Thomas from the Bronx. What they do, Thomas, with the 5-piece? He says, "Yo, this kid just finished watching The Wire." He said,
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know The Wire is?
Oh no.
Hey, but no, don't get mad because Tank said in an interview recently that he never watched The Wire.
Okay.
Tank said he watched clips of it, but he never.
Oh, you talking about with Michael B. Jordan in the
yeah.
show and shit.
Yeah. Tank from Baltimore said.
Then I know
Tank said he never even finished watching The Wire. He only seen clips. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. But anyway, Thomas from the Bronx say also Empire is the
I only seen clips.
It's an ish casino, not a major casino. Yeah. Like he has said, he says it sucks.
Empire's trash, bro. Empire Casino's trash.
My brother Coach Hudson is in the super chat. Appreciate the love. He says DMV is the most predominantly black area. Chocolate City. That's why I call it Chocolate City. They could have the fight besides ATL on the East Coast. From a business standpoint, they dropped the ball.
What's all the cities in DMV?
About East Coast. Youngin not knowing about the East Coast like that, I can tell. Well, he's from Minnesota. That's what I'm saying.
I think Tank could have made base in the DMV area.
I'm right next door to you, youngster. I'm in Wisconsin, so I'm right next to you.
You know, I think Tank could have made base in his area, like how Floyd held down Vegas. I think Tank could have did the same thing in his area. There's nothing wrong with that. And I was reading the chat. Someone said the venues have to be available. Correct. That's why they should have been scouting those areas at the top of the year instead of trying to pump fake us with Houston.
Hey, let me go to I see you, CJ Robinson, but I gotta go to Abel real quick because I know Abel he at work. He's sneaking on talking. Abel, what's happening with it?
Hey, what's up, 7A? How you doing, brother?
Chilling, fam.
Okay, so I'm not going to take too much time because I actually got to go ahead and take care of my taxes in an hour. But I just want to ask the kid a question. I'm not going to insult the kid or nothing like that. But you say you're from Minnesota, right? Which part of Minnesota are you from, kid?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis? Okay, got you. Have you been through any of the casinos in the Minnesota area, like Mystic Lake or Casino Lake, whatever, all those other casinos?
Yeah, it's all trash.
All right. Just making sure.
All trash.
Now, okay. I got you. So
it's owned by the natives. That's why it's trash.
I know. I live.
Don't be hating on the natives.
No, he's right though. He's right though. No, he's right though.
I do good business with the natives.
Hey, listen. You do good business in Wisconsin, but the Minnesotans and the natives in Minnesota, bro, they trash, bro. But that's a subject for another.
Call these people trash? They just getting back what y'all stole from them.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm talking about the casinos, bro. But that's a subject for another day. Another day, bro.
Yeah, we talk about it later. Go ahead.
Yeah, another time. But here's the thing, though, bro. Like, I understand you may not have seen a lot of New York, though, so I'm not going to trash you for it. But I've been to New York back in 2015, back when the Barclays Center was actually legitimately built, when it was recently new. I stayed in the in the Marriott Hotel, which is about 10 minutes away from Madison Square Garden during NBA All-Star Weekend. And the truth of the matter is that other than the Garden itself, other than basically, you know, seeing the whole entire Times Square, there's actually nothing much to do out there in New York. So when you have to literally take the bus all the way out to go to the Barclays Center, it's literally about 20 minutes away. You would literally have to take a bus all the way out to the bridge just to get to Brooklyn to see the Barclays Center. And honestly, though, bro, when I saw the Barclays Center back then, it looked like it was basically just recently built and they just recently renovated their entire neighborhood, because I've heard stories from the people that I asked about that the neighborhoods were not even renovated. They weren't even financed. None of those things. So, and the truth of the matter is, I just came back from DC. I was just about back in November. Listen, you may think DC is not attractive, but let me tell you something. There were a lot of people from various areas of the globe that went down to DC to check out Washington, DC, to see the monuments, everything else, bro. And listen, there's a history between the DMV and DC. There's a rivalry there that even extends to the politicians. You understand? So if you were going to do a Tank versus Roach fight, you could do it literally at the Verizon Center where the Washington Wizards play. And I guarantee you this, that arena will sell that thing out within minutes, because I know there's a lot of dudes in Baltimore that love Tank Davis, and they would guarantee you they would sell that thing out within minutes. I guarantee.
I would go just so I can be there to see the event. Like I
right.
think that kind of deal. I've been asking for this for years, for a Tank to fight in the DMV, because I want to see the atmosphere. You know how in the UK they got Anthony Joshua back when he was hot, and Joshua fight in like London or something, or one of them places, and it just be packed and everybody. I want to be there for I want to see the atmosphere. I want to be able to say, "Oh, yo, I mean, that was live. They was going down." You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Right.
That's why I want it. So when young homie was like, he young, so he don't know that.
Right.
That DC.
No disrespect to DC.
Town.
No disrespect to DC, but I don't want to see no monuments or no.
Well, maybe to you though, but here's the thing: there are gonna be a lot of people that's gonna check out those areas and shopping malls too.
Bro,
that's some old people. That's some old people shit.
Bro, see, did you say?
Yeah, you would say that because you were younger.
Yes.
Right. You've never been there before.
Right. And you're 20. So
I don't want to go.
And you talk about casinos trash. You ain't even old enough to get in the casino.
Let me exactly.
Over here is 18. Over here is 18.
Let me ask you a question. But this is what I'm saying. He's speaking from a place of lack of knowledge because he's young. He's 20. So he's talking about stuff that he would want to do. But brother, I know for a fact you ain't even gonna go to the fight in New York. Cause you 20. I know you ain't buying no ticket and catching it. You talking about what other people gonna do, but you not grown. No disrespect.
Not even gonna buy the fight,
brother. You're not grown enough to know what grown people gonna do with their money.
Right.
I'm telling you, as a grown man who got a son that's 27, I'm telling you, bro, this is what we do. If they have something in DMV, I'm gonna pull up because
I know people pull up everywhere. I know that.
Right. We're not worried about some surrounding attractions because a grown man, we got stuff to do. I'm going out here to look at the fight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going here to watch the fight. I'm gonna order me some room service, and then tomorrow I'm catching the flight going back home. What I look like? I'm not Nino Brown. I ain't finna be running around the streets and I'm trying to go here and go there and show my face.
I get it. It's just different mindset. I be thinking like after like a little function and shit, chill with some.
Well, let me say this real quick though, because I gotta go. Here's the thing: if you've ever been to a boxing event anywhere in around the area, I'm not saying in Minneapolis too, because I'm sure you've seen some boxing matches in the Minneapolis.
Yeah, I went to the David Morrell one.
In Vegas, correct?
No, it was in Minneapolis. It was
the Minneapolis one. Right. For sure. Okay, so here's the thing though: if you ever decide to go anywhere for a boxing event, let's just say for All-Star Weekend or whatever for the NBA, bro, there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to want to do that you're not going to even worry about the attractions or anything else like that, because you're just going to be hyper focused on the event itself and all the activities that you're going to be doing. The same thing in boxing, because if I decide to say, for example, we go down to Vegas to see, let's say, Devin Haney versus Tank, for example, if it goes down in Vegas, let me tell you this. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to come from San Francisco, where the Haneys are from. The same thing from people from the DMV.
I might go.
Yeah, exactly. everybody's going to go down to Vegas to either the T-Mobile Arena or the MGM Grand. They're going to come down there and they're going to see the fight. The same thing that you could say for Lamont Roach versus Tank, because they're both from the area. If you go in there for the Verizon Center, you're going to sell that thing out, and people that are around the area that's either going to support Tank or Lamont Roach, they're going to come down there and fill up the arena. So that's just the fact of the matter is. But hey, 7-8, I got to go ahead and take care of some business, brother. I'll check you later, all right?
Salute, y'all, Abel. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I'm a roll, y'all.
Abel, right, too. That joke would have sold out within minutes.
Okay, let me go to my brother CJ Robinson. What's happening with it, homie? You on mute, CJ Robinson? Are you there, brother? Yeah, I had CJ. He been waiting for a while. Let me read these super chats then. I'm gonna go back to CJ Robinson. All right, we got Boxing Hacker in the super chat with the 5-piece. Much love and much appreciation, fam. He says, last time, bro, saw New York was the movie Home Alone 2. DMV has the MGM casino, the live casino as well. He says
that's a little further out.
He says Tank sold out at Capital One Arena with Hector Garcia. Salute. Kevin Hill in the super chat with the 5-piece. Much love and much appreciation. He said MGM Grand in Maryland off I-96. He fought Hector. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. He says in the BF, the Ryan fight. Okay, salute. David Jackson is in the super chat with the 5-piece. Thank you, brother. He says fights always happen at Tank events. DC versus Baltimore at the local area would be catastrophic. Hey, no, man, it would be catastrophic because I'm gonna tell you why. Now you're right. It would be some crazy shit happening.
I'm telling you, he ain't lying.
Right. It would be somebody gonna act up. Somebody.
But the
same crazy part is it happens in New York. It happens in the Barclays. It happened in the Madison Square Garden. Even in Vegas, bro. In Vegas, you had somebody drop for a parachute down in the. Come on, fam.
Or that boat fight.
Stuff's gonna happen, bro. So, what you gotta be able to do is that's up to Tank and Roach Energy. They gotta be able to come out and tell people from the jump, look, we want a good fight. We don't want we represent the people. Do not come out here while the cameras is watching the culture, and y'all come out here acting the fool. Don't do it. They gotta be able to use their leadership skills and tell people not to mess them up. But you're right. That is a risk, but it happens in New York all the time. Akil Vibes in the super chat coming through with the 5-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, I'm from Brooklyn, and yes, a lot to do in New York City. I also live in PG. It's just as much to do in DC, and it's a whole lot of beautiful women. Facts. DC got the women.
Yeah, we do.
DC got the chicks, indeed. I think I missed
and that atmosphere with it. Oh my goodness, man.
878.
You talk about like that. Oh my goodness.
78. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What you think about Shakur's new opponent?
The Lodley, the Padley dude, whatever he is, some chump.
Yeah, the Padley dude.
He a chump. I think Shakur should stomp him out. Shakur should stop him. That's what I think.
He should get a knockout? Like,
yeah, he should get a stoppage.
All right,
I don't think he's gonna stop.
If Shakur don't get a stoppage, I mean, it got to be either a dominant, like
Shakur gonna punish him, but I don't got him. But you know what though? I actually thought he was gonna stop Schofield.
That was a crazy one.
He'd have had something to prove against him. This fight right here, last minute, he probably don't. I don't know.
You think
he's gonna dominate him, but stopping him, I don't think so. I thought he would have stopped Schofield though.
Stop Schofield?
Yeah, I think so.
I did think he was gonna stop Floyd Schofield.
Just because.
I thought Floyd Schofield was gonna be real super hype, and I thought he was gonna come in aggressive
and run into something.
And run into something.
That's what he was gonna do. He was gonna get frustrated and run into something.
Hey, CJ Robson, in the cash app. Appreciate the love, CJ Robinson. He was on here, but he had to get back to work. My bad, man. But CJ Robinson said, man, the chat gotta be stop being so mean to the young folks. You dig?
I mean, you know, he came off a little like when he said he was 20. I'm like, okay, I get it now, but he just like, especially like he ain't know what he was talking about, like far as like business. You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
Right.
I get the business aspect, but I also get like the vacation, the tourist, all that.
DC a tourist town.
I never heard anybody say, "Oh, let's go to DC
Bro,
for a vacation."
That's
I'm gonna
your
tell you
age.
why, bro, because you're a youngster, bro. I'm telling you, I promise you, bro. Listen to me. And that's why I ain't mad at you. Because when you say you was 20, I'm like, okay. I got into Pop's era. Listen, bro, when you say, bro, I wish you was my young homie so I could take you places. If you go to DC, bro, do you know how much stuff it is to do in DC? First of all, the food alone in DC, bro, the women in DC, crazy. The chicks in DC is crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Ain't nothing to do in DC, bro. It's a lot to do in DC. It's fun. There's black people everywhere, and good monkey everywhere. Fire monkey everywhere. Hey, Junior, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, Junior, for you. Ain't like when you say you 20 and you like, oh, what to do? Like what, bro?
I'm telling, hey, by you being 20, you would love DC if you came here.
Yo, he don't
I'm
understand.
telling you, because I already know you probably on females hard. I'm telling you come down here, you will love it. I promise you. You talk about it ain't nothing to do. All the clubs we got, now we talk about stuff for the young people. Man, we got big clubs for y'all and all that.
Bro, they got
like,
Mambo.
And I'm talking about like if you was to come down here for that fight, U Street like probably like 10 minutes away. All the youngers go to the clubs down there. You'll love it down there. So it's stuff to do for your age group too. A lot.
410 Nick. 410 Nick. Turn your camera on the wave just so I make sure you're no troll. I got you, homie.
I was just calling to say, coming in to say, y'all know, like I know, there would have been way too many guns in that city to come to DC.
Yeah, you all right. That's what I ain't gonna really, I wasn't really trying to really talk too much about all that, but I just gave a little hints.
I feel what y'all saying about certain things, about the activities and stuff, but this is my thing, bro. I seen stuff happen, bro, in New York and Brooklyn. People call me man. They making us look bad. They making our people look bad in Brooklyn, man. They doing this, they doing that. Why y'all think that
Yeah, but if you went to his last fight in DC, if you went to his last fight, go ahead.
1 second. Let me go to my brother Junior. Junior, there, bro? Oh, you on mute, Junior?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, family. What's up with it, bro?
Chilling, fam. What's up, Junior?
Man, ain't nothing to it. I was just saying, bro. I think y'all got to cut the youngin some slack, man.
Yeah.
Because y'all got to understand, like he's talking from a different perspective,
right?
And he's not wrong, because the thing that y'all are missing, that the point that we missing is the fact that you got to look at who Tank Davis is, who his fan base is,
exactly,
and you also got to look at what are they into. You understand what I'm saying? And that is why the Tank Davis ain't done no fights like the fights he's done in Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying? When he comes out and he does those fights in Atlanta, it's sold out. He's selling out the State Farms Arena. He's selling out the Hawks Arena. You see what I'm saying? The fight versus Gamboa, sold out. The fight versus Barrios, sold out. You know what I mean? And then everything that the city not only does the whole entire city come out for those fights, but then with Atlanta being, you know, the one of the hubs of America, everybody's there. People coming from all over the world to ascend on Atlanta, bro. You know what I mean? All the hotels book, everything. So the youngin ain't off, man. And there were way better options. And the thing about with Tank, if you put him in one of those places, it don't matter who you put in there with him. You see what I'm saying? They sold out with Barrios. Yeah. So he ain't, and I'm with him. Like we some young niggas, man. Excuse me. We youngins. We want to get out here in the streets. You feel me? We want to go party. We want to kick it. What else y'all be doing, youngin? He's the young brother still on the thing. What else y'all be doing, bro?
Here.
Yeah,
What else y'all?
females,
Yeah, we be getting on these women.
partying,
We popping perks, perks, we out here in these streets, man.
Hey man, look at man.
Hey,
We
so,
We're not gonna do. We're not condoning no perk popping on
hey,
here.
we listening to what else?
Ladies, perk popping.
We listen to Young Yachty. Y'all listen to Yachty. What music you be listening to, youngin?
young boy.
Yeah, we listen to Young Boy. Who else, bro?
NBA Young Boy, man, get NBA Young Boy up out of here.
Yeah,
man.
we be listening to Young Boy. Yeah, we youngins, man. We out here
hey,
cutting
Slim,
corners,
go
man.
ahead.
Hey, Junior Wiley.
Yeah, for real, man. But y'all gotta understand where we coming from, man. We on
Tank done
that. We on
sold
that.
out everywhere he went, so that really ain't make a difference on the location.
You said what now? What'd you say, bro?
Tank sold out everywhere he went, so it really don't make a difference on the location.
Thank you.
So sold out
Because Tank would
everywhere.
have sold this joint out like it wasn't nothing.
Sold out
I ain't
everywhere.
fight, man. Yeah, just it would have been that.
Let me look. I gotta look and see. We gotta. I'm gonna
Even
have
when
to
he
push
fought
back on
that
that.
Hector, whatever, when he fought him at the Verizon Center, that joint sold out.
Is the Verizon Center in California?
Nah, at DC.
In Vegas?
Hey, shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother.
Yeah,
But what's
down there?
One second. Shout out to my brother AB in the Cash App. Appreciate the love, AB. I'm trying to make sure I ain't forget nobody. I don't understand this Cash App.
DC about set up when he
Cash App
came
sending
out
out
there
a lot of
last time.
money in here, but they ain't saying who sent it.
But this is what I'm saying too, though, family. This is the other thing I'm saying. Like, we have to really look at the actual event. You understand what I'm saying? I've been to the events. Like I said, I went to Atlanta twice to see, right? And from the time I got out the vehicle to the time I left, it was just an event. Like the weigh-in was an event. The weigh-in, if y'all follow me on social media, y'all see me posting the event. They had flying trapeze. They had half-naked freaks swinging around from the rafters off the trapezes. They had the DJs mixing and scratching. The one girl from Texas with the one song, I can't remember, but it was like an event, bro. And that was, once again, though, that was that, Atlanta vibe. And I believe that, honestly speaking, and I do believe, though, he could be the draw, and he could have sold up the DMV area. And I think that they should have, like, at this point, Tank should be filling out the Ravens arena. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the stadium. But
Yeah, but you gotta do something like that in the summertime, though. Because of the weather.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying go out there in the blizzard, bro. It's an Arctic vortex. I ain't saying that now. I'm just talking about where he's at in his career and what should be taking place.
Nah,
You
yeah,
feel
you
me?
right.
Yeah. So,
he said that though. He even said that. He said that next time if he fight here, he gonna have to do the race.
Yeah, but it's got to be something serious. But my whole point in this was that y'all got to ease up on the youngin, man, because we youngins, bro. We like to get out here in the streets, man. And we ain't trying to see no monuments, man. We trying to go to the strip clubs.
First of all, hey, my brother Junior, thank you for the kind words. But Junior is every bit of 55 years old, and he out here talking about the youngsters. So let's get to it. Let's see who we got here. Who haven't spoke yet? Jerome King, you spoke?
Yeah, salute to everybody up here, man. And just to speak on the event itself. Now, I would have preferred that it be somewhere where it's more of a predominantly black crowd. Not to say that New York isn't a predominantly black crowd, because it is, but be in an area where you know that your people are going to be there and his people are going to be there. And DC makes the most sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as what the young man is saying, I get it, because I live in Minnesota too. And, I was 20 years old once too. You know what I'm saying? And my focus was just on, being at the club, you know what I'm saying? Kicking it with the homies, you know what I'm saying? Smoking, drinking, whatever we was doing. You know what I'm saying? And every now and again, I'll go see every now and again, I'll watch a fight on TV, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But as time goes on and you gain a little wisdom, your thought process changes. And the things you do will change too. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where he's at right now, where it's like it doesn't really matter about seeing things and doing things. But that mindset will change over time. It will.
Yes, sir. Good stuff. Good
You
stuff.
right.
Who else we got up in here? 410 Nick. You spoke on it, brother. Go ahead,
Yeah.
cook.
I think for a man that just spoke from Minnesota, not to be disrespectful to you, but that's kind of a lack of knowledge statement. If you've been to any of the tank fights, he bring the crowd with him. The whole Baltimore come with him, champ. They got busloads coming up there this weekend just to go to the fight.
Right. And I'm not denying that he sells out anywhere he goes, because he does. That's absolutely true. But for the sake of what he said the fight was for, and what his people say what the fight is for, is the community, why not have it in the community where your people are? That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
What do the Latino fans in New York want to see him?
Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody wants to see him, but if he's saying it's for the community that where he's from, he needs to give something to those people in his community. You know what I'm saying? And then if anyone else outside of that wants to see him, they're going to go to the community that he's giving back to. They're going to fly and go wherever he's at, if it's for his community.
My
Y'all
bad, I
saying
had
it
got
like
kicked
New
out.
York is. Y'all saying it like New York is so far from DC and Baltimore. Like it's like
No, it's not.
across.
About 3.5 hours.
I know they're relatively close. They absolutely are.
On the plane, it ended up 30 minutes. But look, what my point is that once you get out here, you're 20, bro. So when you got here and shake and move, and you out there in DC and Baltimore, you will understand the rivalry, and you will understand why it's important culturally for that fight to happen out there, in my opinion. But let me say something to Coach Hudson. What's happening with G?
Going on, 78?
Chilly, bro. What you think? What's your thoughts on what we cooking on?
Yeah, man. I think we just talking in circles a little bit because
Yeah.
you know, if you were able to go to the Gervonta Davis fight in Atlanta when he fought Gamboa, listen, man, that whole weekend was crazy. I've been to a lot of boxing
Absolutely.
events. I have never seen, and look, I live in Atlanta. I have never seen black folks come out for a combat event since I was a kid in the 90s. That was crazy. And what we got to understand in the business of boxing, black fighters that usually headline need heavy black support. New York City is not a heavy black support when it comes to two black. Usually, if you have an event in New York, it's usually a Puerto Rican versus a black, a Mexican versus a black. It's rarely two black fighters headlining the card. Like they're not even talking about the undercard. So the DMV would have been perfect because not only you
Yeah.
have that beef, you have a predominantly black area already there. A lot of promoters do not like to headline with black fighters because our people don't usually come out like that for events the way they do in a place like Atlanta. And when the brother was saying, he was using the Gamboa fight as an example and the Barrios fight, what you have to understand is the Atlanta event came out like that because Atlanta is a predominantly black city and we support our events like that. The Barrios fight had a heavy Mexican crowd that came out because that right there, they live and breathe boxing and soccer. You know what I'm saying? So for as a business standpoint, I want the fight to be successful. But at the same time, it's like if it's already set up to be successful, why make it harder for yourself? You got not only two DMV fighters. Listen, y'all, if they would have had this in the DMV, they could have had the whole card been a DMV card. You could have had Gary Russell on the card. I mean, they really dropped the ball because that could have been a full event, just like 78 was saying. This could have been Tank's version of what Floyd was to Vegas. Tank could have been making the city billions by now.
Man, that's
And
That
This was an opportunity for that to happen. That's what I think
You
about
you
it.
don't think
I
you don't
think
think Ryo
y'all
can bring
miss
out the Latinos in New York?
Who?
Ryo.
Sure, I'm sure he can. But as far as Tank and what I'm talking about is when you got Tank, you got man, you got Roach. This could have been an opportunity for a whole card of brothers to make some money. That's what I'm talking about.
y'all missing a big point of though that Tank is really from the hood. He gonna have the whole Baltimore nothing but street guys down there.
Right. So
They
now,
not they coming with we. That's too close.
oh, okay, okay.
If
So
DC
now,
guys would have been talking
okay,
shit, we would have been talking shit.
Yeah, it
okay. Here,
definitely.
It
That's
would
what I
not
was
have
saying
played
earlier.
out well.
Like
That's way too
hold
close.
up.
us and y'all,
Hold
nah.
up, y'all now listen. If you saying Tank gonna bring the streets out, right? So now, this is my point. Tank has to say in his build up. This is why I need to be a promoter, bro. Tank in the DMV area make millions, but what I'm gonna tell him is this: you and Roach gotta talk to y'all people, and in the press conference, you have to both say, "Look, man, the world is watching us. We trying to put on for the DMV area. We trying to show the world we can do events here without no mess. If y'all come out here clowning and y'all acting a fool on camera and y'all is shooting or any type of violence, I'm not coming back out here to do no joints. I'm gonna stay in New York. I'm gonna stay in Vegas. I'm not doing nothing. This is on y'all and how y'all want to represent for the DMV area. Him and Roach come out there and you talk to your people like that. If they can't honor that and respect that, then later for them. But you can't just, I'm too scared to go out here. And look, if you from these streets and you repping these streets, then you got to be responsible for these streets. Don't rep them. Don't rep the streets. I'm from here, I'm from there. But then you embarrassed of how they get down. That's not no. You gotta talk to them. If you're gonna be a big homie, be a big homie.
But they can say that they can still do whatever they want. Like,
right, and they can. And you know what? That's
a separate matter.
Right. If you say what you said and they still come out there and mess up your event, now you know I'm not going back there. And that's on them. That's on them. But what you can't do is be afraid to be in front of your people though.
Facts.
You can't do that. You can't rep I'm from here, I'm from there, but then you afraid to go there. Come on, fam. That's some old field trips taking stuff. Shout out to Deacon Dollars in the super chat. Appreciate the love. Taking Lamont.
They messed his first fight up he had in DC
their
though.
own local economy in the DMV. I agree. What you say, brother?
They messed his first fight he had up in DC. Our Sprinter driver got robbed. They broke in all the cars that was
Yeah, they
out
broke in
there.
all the cars.
All the cars got broken in. It was hundreds of cars that got broken in. They fucked that up.
They broke in every car.
They messed that up the
Literally.
last time. So it's gonna be way too close. People ain't going.
And he had a Mexican out here. These two, it would have been something. I promise you.
So if that's the case,
like he could say what he want to say. Tank could be like, Tank Roach could be like, yeah, we represent the city. We doing this, we doing that. It ain't gonna stop what's gonna happen on the outside though.
Well then, bro, that's if you saying that, then
it is sad. It's sad.
If that's the case, then you saying it's a lost cause. So you could do that. So Bud can go back to his city. All these other people can go back. Adrian Broner can go back to his city, but dudes in the DMV are so low vibrational. You can't go back to because they're gonna mess it up. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly
listen,
what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that New York is any different on that aspect because I went to the last fight in New York and it was fights everywhere. If you go back and watch his last fight at New York, they had to stop the fight.
Bro,
like
that's
twice.
what I'm saying. Because
so it's not any different, but it makes a difference as far as
it's DC and Baltimore. That's the difference.
My homeboys in New York tell me
that's a crazy rivalry.
Everywhere Tank fights. Every time
that's
fight
way
New York,
too close.
It is the fact that it's DC and Baltimore. That's the problem right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, 7,
like if it could have been anybody else but DC and Baltimore, that's 45 minutes away. That's like, man, I'm speaking. I ain't even talking about boxing right. I ain't even talking about boxing right now. the streets would have been out. It could have been dudes that ran into each other that was beefing out the feds, all that, just everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Everything play a part in DC and Baltimore, period. Like it's a lot. Like me personally, like I said, like I'm cool with Baltimore, you know, but like it's a lot, it's just a lot of difference between DC and Baltimore. And it's too close. Would it have brought money? Yeah, absolutely. That's man would have brought big money to the city. Would I wanted to hit? Would I went? Yeah, I would have went. But in reality, that's what it is.
but listen, y'all, check this out. No matter what city you go to, it's always gonna be somebody that's gonna go against the grain and cut up. Now,
True.
there are events that happen. Like I
That's
understand what
facts.
y'all saying. I was born in Chicago. I understand what y'all saying. There are events that happen on the West Coast where it's plenty of beef. Like you got, I mean, they have events where you got the Mexican cartel and you got other people that really got beef in these events, and they go by fine. Now, where I disagree with y'all is no, I don't think Tank and Lamont Roach would be able to handle that because they not street guys. So they can't be the representative to say to other street guys that, hey, y'all need to behave because I'm trying to make some money. The big difference, I'm gonna give y'all an example real quick, not to be long, 78.
Tank
But
is. I don't know about Roach. Tank is.
all
No,
right,
no,
cool. You
no,
got
Yeah.
it. You got it. Cool. But
Roach
look,
connected to the streets.
They said
If
Roach
I
not
invade
even
the
from
street, dude,
DC.
nah.
all right, but look, this is the point that I'm making. So back in the day, like ATL, the way ATL is now, it didn't used to be like that. So like
Fact.
back in the day when Katrina happened, man, you had a lot of gangsters come from Louisiana. They came up to Georgia. At the same time, you had players from New York coming down, and the city was on fire. And I'm talking about it was going crazy, right? We couldn't have events or nothing. Like it was crazy. Check this out. This is what they did. The politicians met with the gangsters. No matter what, if everybody got somebody to answer to. Now you got some stupid jack boys that's going. They usually gonna play themselves out. And if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Um, they sat down with those guys and they say, look, hey, we gonna make sure y'all make y'all money. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, if you came to Atlanta back in the day and you went to a place called the Underground, which was a big shopping center, if you went a few blocks down, you saw where dudes was making money.
yeah, I remember that.
If you understand what I'm saying, like on some wire type of stuff. If you follow what I'm saying.
I get
So
what you're saying.
right. So you have to sit down with the community. Like when there's an event that go on and you say, man, 200, 300 cars done got broken into and people getting robbed. A lot of time that's because there's a disconnect between the money that's coming into the street from the guys that's actually in the street. So Al Heyman he's not a stranger to having to do those type of deals. They've done events in right down the street from Compton. They've done events in Chicago. They've done events in New Orleans. It's all about connecting to the street and connecting to the community. If we all are eating, you know what I'm saying? You got some OGs gonna say, hey, bro, nah. If you cut up, just know after this event, I'm coming for you. It's everybody got somebody to answer to from the top to the bottom.
All
So
right, but
I
check.
It
don't want
don't
I
work
get
like
what you
that in
saying. I
Baltimore.
get what
Those
you
those
saying. But
cities you
check this out.
those cities you spoke on
All
was
them cities you
structured.
named, all them cities, they got shot callers. DC ain't got no shot callers.
And Baltimore don't either. We
You
different.
know
We
what I'm
don't have
saying?
no structure like that.
Yeah, we ain't got no structure like that.
Nobody listen to nobody in Baltimore.
Yeah, so that's the difference.
Ain't
Y'all
no
got
But
structure
shot
listen, man,
callers.
listen
everywhere.
We
here,
don't.
man. I want to make this clear. What's happening here? We got DC and Baltimore on the line, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are basically advocating why it shouldn't be no fights in y'all area.
ever.
No, we advocating why it shouldn't be those two specific areas going against each other at one event close to home. I'm
Pretty
not
much.
against it happening. Trust me, I would love to see it happen, whether it be in Baltimore or DC. It would be a great thing. I think it'd be a great thing too. But then also you gotta count in that factor.
Yeah,
That's a
you
big
right. You
fact. I
really do.
can't.
Well, I'm saying this: the way it's being interpreted, what y'all saying, y'all just scared any money off of y'all city. Ain't nobody coming out there. But I'm gonna tell you that right now, because I came on here advocating why the fight should be out there. Y'all come on here, nah, them two cats, man. They go. I'm like, bro, y'all just did more damage to y'all city
It's
against
the
the fight
truth, though.
than
It's the
anything. Well,
truth.
I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is,
So
when them fights go to New York, when them fights go to New York, and them fights go to
All money not good money sometimes.
when them fights go to New York and Vegas and all that stuff, y'all can't get mad because y'all then got no faith. That can't nobody. Y'all uncontrollable. Can't nobody tell y'all, hey, lay down, stand down. Hey, just for this fight, don't wild out. You
Nah.
saying y'all so savage
Say,
that
you
can't nobody
say
tell y'all
that's
to chill out.
directing it to us.
I
You
mean,
can't say y'all you directing it to us at that effect because I done been to Tank probably last 10, 15 fights somewhere in between there. I might have missed one or two in between it, but I've been a damn near half his fights. So it's not a y'all aspect. It's all you always gonna have something out the bunch. So if everybody come
Right.
out and have a good time and you got two people that mess something up, imagine.
It's always gonna be some goofballs and everything. Like I just said, every time it's a fight in New York, one of my homies who go to all the fights, he always texts me and show me a video of somebody fighting in the crowd, somebody wilding all the time.
Yeah,
So
shit,
why
I got
is
videos up.
it in
I
Baltimore?
don't think nobody goes to the fight sober.
hell
Nobody
nah.
in there. So
Nobody would.
if you went to the
Nobody
last
goes
fight
to the
up the
fight sober.
Barclays, if you went to the last fight in the Barclays, the whole hallway smelled like weed. Everybody had bottles of liquor.
Hell, it's scrapyard, and even even we go to the Armory. That place smell like weed.
Yeah,
If
since
you've been
they
to the Armory,
legalized it now, yeah.
Armories in Minnesota smell like weed.
So y'all saying basically
Facts.
they're gonna have to hire the state police to have an event in the DMV.
Even if they hire the state
Shit, they
police,
need the
that's
National
not
Guard
stopping
out.
Man,
them.
look, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I know y'all from out there, bro. I refuse to believe that Baltimore and DC dudes are so savage to where you can't have them in the same room. They're gonna act like some apes and gorillas, where they're gonna tear each other face off and can't
Man,
be
you
no.
already
I'm sorry,
somebody
bro.
need more than
I've been out
somebody.
there. I seen some crazy stuff. I ain't seen no savagery to the point where these dudes can't be in the same room. I don't believe that, bro.
They
Because if
could
that's the case,
they could be in the same room because
You
they
speaking
actually
of
cool with each
if
other.
that's the
like
case,
you
even in jail, why they ain't tearing each other face off in jail?
Facts. It's
They
structured.
know how to politic in jail. So why they don't know how to politic nowhere else, bro?
politicking in jail comes with structure. On the streets, the structure ain't the same.
Yeah,
Okay,
crazy
well,
though.
why? But why? Why can't?
Cause you
So hear me
confined,
out.
you can't go
Why,
nowhere. You can
okay,
throw a
listen,
rock and hide your hand in the
bro,
streets. In the jail, you
bro.
can't.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. What you're saying is, you are with this. I want this. Is why I want y'all to understand what you're saying. In the interest of sounding like we some straight G's, you're sounding like straight animals. You're saying that we can't be talked to. We can't be reasoned with. Don't invest in us. Don't come here. We're animals. We're monkeys. Hey, look at us. We crazy. Hey, man, we just straight crazy. Hey, man, you can't talk to us. We ain't no structure. Bro, you got to be careful of the words y'all use because there's other people listening and they're going to take that to heart. I promise you they will.
Facts. And ain't
Especially
nothing
all the
gangster
power
But
about
you
stuff.
not
saying
They're
making
that
no
gonna
like
take
money.
that to the heart.
you saying that like I'm saying no, y'all can't come here
No, I'm
because
saying
I'm going
everybody
to do
on
it. I'm
here.
not saying
So,
I'm going to do
yeah,
it.
I hear you.
It's not a. I'm thinking logically of the whole city, the whole feeling of the event would be that it'll be a lot of aggression in that building, Slim.
Bro,
All
aggression is fine, but somebody
There's
got to
nothing
be
wrong with that.
calm. If you're telling me aggression can't be tamed, that means
I
you're
can
an
tell.
animal that need to be locked up in prison or in the
I
Facts.
can
zoo.
tell. I can tell my people, hey, chill. We not on that. But everybody can't. Everybody can't, and it's not. It
Brother,
don't move like that as a
I'm
whole.
sorry,
Is what
brother. I'm
I'm
sorry,
saying.
fam. I'm sorry. I lived in LA in the height of the gang banging ignorance. I'm right down the street from Chicago. In the
They got
heart,
shot callers out there. That's
That's
the difference.
different. They different
in the
cities.
heart of the gang banging ignorance. If you
They
tell
got
me,
shot callers. We
They
bro,
don't.
different
so
cities.
listen, DC got shot callers in the
No, we
joint.
don't. No, we
Y'all got
don't.
shot callers in the joint.
No, we don't.
LA, they
That's
still
the
do DP and
No,
shit.
we don't. We ain't got no shot caller in the feds
So you
the
telling me?
at
feds don't
all.
never have
So this
shot
is what
callers. The city jails
hear me
do.
out. Hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. Hear me out. I want y'all to listen to me. What you are telling us, I'm not saying this. Y'all are saying this. I came on here to say I would love to see Tank Davis fight in the DMV against Lamont Roach. Y'all have come on here to say why DC and Baltimore niggas are such animalistic and Uncontrollable that you cannot have a fight there because there are no shot callers. You cannot reason with them. So therefore, what you're saying is every police officer that mowed down a Baltimore DC nigga is justified because these are uncontrollable animals that can't be reasoned with. Is what you're telling me, bruh. They can't be reasoned with. Lock him up. Kill him. He done. It's over.
Listen.
That's
Hey,
no,
son,
hear me. That's what you're
I
telling
hear
me.
you.
And
Like,
that's
I
what
hear
I'm
you.
trying to tell y'all.
Hey,
You have to
listen.
be careful of the language you use. In the interest of sounding gangster, you make these people's job easier to destroy our people. In
And
the
it's
interest
sad
of
though.
You taking it. You taking it. See, listen. You taking it the wrong way, champ. Calm
Nah,
down.
he ain't taking it the wrong way. He taking it the right way. That's how you feeling. But it
No,
is
yeah,
sad to say
I can't
that's
tell you
how
how
it
to
is
feel.
though.
I can't tell you how to feel, but at the same time, you got to disconnect from these actual. You're not really moving in that area. You don't understand it, and that's where the
I hear you.
disconnect
I
comes in.
believe in you.
Hold on,
you,
Jack. Hold on. Let me finish
You
real quick.
ain't got to do no more convincing. I believe you, fam. I'm not from out there. I believe
No,
you.
listen to what I'm saying real fast,
You
though.
ain't got to convince me no more how gangster, how killer it is. I believe you. So therefore,
listen to what I'm saying, though. This is where the disconnect comes in between, let's say, a politician or somebody trying to make a change. If you're not actually in that environment, half of these kids ain't listening to you. It's no shot
but you
callers.
just said Tank was. You said Tank was. And when I say Tank and Roach can talk to him, you say, no, they can't talk to him. You making it seem like it's a lost cause.
Like
Hey, 78.
times.
I'm sorry, man. I got to call Cap.
Hey, I got a question for the
Well,
hey,
let
the
me
dude from
talk to the
Baltimore.
homie. Wait. I want to hear what
Yo,
this brother has to say. What you say?
I came up to the DMV. I think it was either 2014 or 2015 for the Justice or Else rally that Farrakhan put on. And I seen brothers from Baltimore, I seen brothers from DC, I seen brothers from I'm talking about street dudes, all from the East Coast. We met up there and ain't nothing go down. There ain't no violence happen the whole weekend. So man, nah, if
Bro, I've
brothers
been to
Again,
DC.
you talking about guys with, you got guys that got money, you got guys that's not on that mess.
and you got
But you
street
also
dudes
have
too.
a bigger percentage of people who are. Like it's sad to say it like that, but it's not everybody got it. In DC or Baltimore, it's a lot of people messed up out here.
No, brother, I hear you. But what I'm saying is, I've been there at an event where it was street dudes there, and they was not for
Yeah,
whatever
but you
reason
talking
they
about
was
Can I
the
not
ask you
percentage
how
for
of the
long ago
guys
was
that
it?
got.
Can I ask you how long ago was this event?
This was about 2014, 2015.
Yeah, it's things done changed.
Okay, brother Savage here say, I'm outside from Baltimore. I be in DC every weekend, no problem. Bro, listen, this is what I do know.
He dug in his tail.
Listen, this is what I do know. Okay, if what y'all are saying is true, I know this. It would be a war going on that would be nationwide on TV. When stuff gets cracking in Chicago, when these goofies get to acting up in Chicago, it's all over the news. When dudes
Trying to
get to
tell
acting
you.
up in LA, it's all over the news. So you can't tell me that dudes in DC and Baltimore can't be in the same room because it's gonna get crazy
We
and they
not
just throw
saying that.
ammunition.
We not saying that. We not saying that. You just saw the press conference. It was Baltimore and DC in one, but we're
Right.
talking about at an actual event where you got one side saying we going for this person, the other side we going for this person, and the shit talking gets involved, the liquor gets involved. That's
The
when you got the
drugs.
problems created. We not
Bro,
saying that it can't happen on a different type of scale.
yes, but that's every black barbecue and cookout.
Shit.
Fact.
We got
I'm not.
issues.
Listen, two things could be true at the same time. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm saying that that's not a good idea.
Okay, y'all. So you listen. This
That's
brother
sad.
here, he from out there. Don't invest no money out there in DMV or the Baltimore. Just have the fight somewhere
Nah,
else.
you can't say that.
You can't say it like that.
No,
They
because
can
I'm listening
have
to.
their own
Bro, I
individual
already
fights.
talked to these brothers. I told them what the ramifications of what they're saying. They heard me clearly, and they still standing on. We too wild and savage out here. You can't do nothing out here. So
Nah,
ain't
not we.
invest no money out there, bro. That's wild to me. But anyway, let me hear from Black Attack.
No, I was just gonna ask. I was gonna ask the dude from Baltimore. I was gonna ask him. Hey, you say take a street dude?
I'm not saying he a street dude. I said he's from the streets.
Oh, okay. I just had okay. You
Yeah, yeah,
clarified it for me then.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean,
All
but
right.
if you
Anybody
watch
could
this
be a
story,
street
you
dude,
see
yo.
where
What
he
you talking
from.
about?
Huh?
If you watch this story, you see where he from.
No, I know. You from
Let me ask y'all.
Baltimore? I
Let me
know
ask y'all
that.
a question
But
though.
but you saying he from the streets. He's not a street dude. That's what you're saying, right?
What is the difference, bro?
It's a
Hey,
big
come
difference.
on, youngster. You 20. I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you the difference. But let
Them
them answer
different.
that question first.
You still there?
I'm here.
Oh, I said I said he from the streets. He's not a street dude though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bet. That's all I wanted to know.
Now, what the
Nah,
youngster
Younger
said,
asked what's the difference though. He said there's no
I'm
difference.
going to tell you what the difference is. Okay, all right. A street, somebody who from the streets, right? You can grow up, on such and such street, grandma house, your mama house, your daddy, whatever. You can grow up there, but you wasn't allowed or you wasn't engaging in street activity. But you got to look out your window. You heard gunshots. You seen different things, and you wanted something different for your life. You know what I'm saying? But so you from the streets, right? Now, or you grew up there, but you're not a street dude. A street dude make money in the streets. A street dude
Put
can
in
pay
work.
my bills from the streets. A street dude can say, "Hey, I got money for this funeral because of the money I made from the street." That's a street dude. A street dude utilized the streets as a means for him his income. He don't run from it. He embrace it and he use it as a means to make money. He a master of making money in the streets. Now being from the streets, you could beat it from the streets and not be a street dude. It's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of people grew up in the hood and wasn't hood dudes. Plenty of girls grew up on the same street. They sisters, they aunties was out there sucking and fucking, and they didn't do none of that. They was in their books. You understand? So it's a difference. You can be from somewhere and not of that.
That's understandable.
And I don't want y'all to think I don't like DC. I love DC. I've been coming down DC since love
Nah, I
was
love Baltimore. Hey,
good.
ain't nothing over here. But we speaking like the reality of our surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe it got a little. It definitely got a little. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, oh, don't bring nothing here. But we can speak for us, but we can't speak for them. That's like what Slim was saying about the event they had and all this. I'm like this. Times change, and like the different states, they got shot callers. We don't got shot callers. We ain't got nobody. We don't got no structure out here. It's sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
mean,
that's
Chicago don't have
well,
shot callers anymore.
I'm not gonna say nothing, but like I gotta make a phone call after this because what y'all telling me that somebody ain't doing their job.
I
Because
mean, because don't get
I
it
know
twisted.
some street
But
It
dudes.
been
78,
that
don't get
I
way.
it
know
What
some
you
twisted though.
think
street
people be
dudes.
Baltimore and
complaining
DC
about?
dudes, like it's a
Look,
lot of Baltimore and DC dudes that get along, but it's a lot that don't.
but I know some street dudes from DC area that get down and they got and they get busy and they respect it. So
But you
when
need.
y'all youngsters telling me that they ain't got no pool
I'm
and
41 years old. I'm not. I ain't
okay,
that
well
young.
you 41, so you said ain't no structure. Are you
And I'm telling you, and I'm
no
telling we
disrespect?
and DC ain't never had a shot caller. And you get on the phone with whoever, and they'll
I'm
probably be
definitely
able to
gonna
tell
do
you
it.
that
I promise you I'm gonna do it.
if they from DC, he could be he been to like a federal prison or just in the streets. He should be able to tell you there's no shot caller in DC.
Bro,
And
I'm
that's a
definitely gonna do
that's
that
a
'cause I
recipe
got to hear
for
this. I got to hear this.
Look at
genocide.
how many of those older guys done came home and got killed by thinking that they still had the motion that they used to have.
But
That's everywhere though.
listen, bro, listen. This whole conversation, I want y'all to understand it. 'Cause I still don't think y'all grasp what we talking about here.
I know what you're talking about.
I
I
know
get
what you
exactly what
talking
you're
But
about.
talking
We
about.
listen
hear
to what I'm
you.
saying though. Y'all, we talking about why Tank Davis and the old boy Lamont Roach should have a fight in the DMV. Y'all are from the area saying no, it shouldn't happen out here because
I
Ain't no
didn't say it shouldn't. I just said
no, no. Y'all
Listen,
pushing for that. Why it shouldn't?
yeah,
That's
Tank
exactly.
what
Davis
That's
said.
what. Yeah.
Tank Davis said that same statement out his own mouth. No, it would be too many guns there.
right.
He
So
said the
now,
statement out his own mouth at the first press conference.
okay. So I want y'all to understand that. Now think about what you're saying. Think about what was said publicly. My point to you is this: when the police mow down ninjas and treat them like animals, there can't be no cries. There can't be no, oh, we gonna march, we will put a t-shirt, injustice. Ain't no injustice in the DMV and Baltimore area. Because what you guys are saying publicly, you cannot reason with, you cannot talk to, you cannot communicate. There is no structure. These people are violent, savage animals. We gotta take this fight somewhere else.
Gotta
Because if
lay
you
it
put
down.
them in the same room, they go wild. So my point is this: if that's how you feel, you got to deal with the consequences of the repercussions of what these people finna do now to your people, because it's gonna happen. And I don't listen.
How can I
All this
how
old
can I
stuff.
cry about what the
I'm not
police do
marching for
do to do
nobody.
to us when we do it to us on a regular?
Thank you.
That don't even
You
make
Okay,
took.
sense.
Thank you.
I can't
good,
cry about
good,
what the
good,
police.
Thank you.
I
good,
can't
good,
cry
Thank
about what
you.
the
good.
police do when we do it to each other on a daily
Okay,
basis.
good,
We
good.
On
got
a
over
daily
Good,
300
basis.
good.
murders a year.
But what the police
But
do,
this is
we
what I'm
supposed to
saying.
cry about
You
that
know,
shit? I
but this
mean,
is the
excuse my
problem.
language. Nah.
This the problem. Why wouldn't somebody do it to you on a regular if you can't be reasoned with? You're an animal.
Oh, it's coming.
You can't be talked to. Yeah, what you said. There's no point. There's no hope. You can't talk to a DMV or a Baltimore dude. If they're animals, then why wouldn't anybody gun them down? If I see an animal approach, if I'm walking with my daughter and the animal is on the loose, I'm gunning them down.
That's
Get
what
away
they
from me and
signed
my
up
daughter.
for. That's what you signed up for. If you signed up for it, you in it. It ain't no excuse for it. You can't cry about it. You can be
All right.
mad all you want, but you can't
Hey,
cry
head
about it
buster.
when we do it to ourselves.
Let me let the no, brother. We do it to ourselves. We doing it right now to ourselves. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We doing it right now because you lost faith. You lost hope in your own people to where you think we animals.
I'm
So
living in
now,
reality. It's
brother,
really what's going
that's not
on.
reality, fam. That's not reality.
It might not be reality
Brother,
for
you
you,
believe,
but when
brother.
I go home, I still hear the same shots.
Okay, but what you doing to change it, my brother? You scared to talk to your
What
own
you think?
people,
What you think I'm going to do
bro. You
about it?
just said
No,
Tank
don't do
Davis,
that.
brother. You just said Tank Davis can't even talk to his own
He
people,
gonna get himself killed trying to
You
stop
gonna
brother.
fights.
get yourself
Brother, you
smoked out
said
here
Tank
like that,
Davis,
Tank.
brother. You said Tank Davis can't talk to his own people.
Yeah, he could go
He
talk to
said
him, and right after he go back to where he get.
he gonna go back to the mansion.
If Tank Davis can't talk to his own people, right, and can't nobody talk to these dudes, then what's the point? That's a whole generation that needs to be wiped out. Would you agree?
This younger
I ain't
generation, I could
one
probably
word.
agree.
It's being set up for
Okay,
it.
you got one brother who said he agreed.
Hey, Seven, hey, can I
This
get in?
younger generation, I could agree.
Hey,
Okay,
Seven,
one person say it should be wiped them out. What else? Anybody else?
hey, Seven, can I get in on this?
Who is
I
this? Who is
agree.
this?
Hey, boss.
Hey, Buster, go ahead and speak, family. I can't see you on the screen. I'm
Oh,
gonna put
okay.
you on here though.
I hear both sides, but I think the ones you talking to, like y'all listening, but y'all ain't really hearing them out.
They're not
Like
hearing, bro.
you
They're
been
not.
like it's kind of what y'all saying is irresponsible because if you are not a part of the resolution, you keeping it real has become rationalizing unnormal situations. That makes no sense.
I
If
never
you
said it
telling
was
me that
normal. It
let me
definitely
speak
should
though.
never be
Let me speak
normal.
real quick.
My
I'm gonna
bad.
make it real quick. No, you good, bro. Respect. But you can't tell me that okay, you got people that do crimes and then they go into prison facilities, county jails, they never have a fight. You cannot tell me you so savage in the outside world, but then you get into the system. Now you got good behavior, you getting out on good time, you going to school. Now you becoming a rational citizen of America. If you could do that, you don't hear about a whole bunch of people going in never getting out. If that's the case, you should be on site every single time. If that's the mindset you telling me having at a boxing event, when you go to jail, every time you see somebody, you should be on site. You should never see the
That's all
day
I'm
of life
saying.
of freedom ever. You should
That's
be
all I'm
caged
Jail
for
in the
saying.
life
streets is
because it,
different.
it should maintain consistency. You don't act a fool out here, then go in there. Now you a good upholding citizen. You telling people, oh, I should get out. This the new bill. No, don't become educated and rational now. Keep the same energy.
Right.
You're right.
Hey,
Like y'all
Hey,
Harry.
not
look.
hearing what he's saying and what
Bro,
and
they
like
But
not
you
y'all.
hearing me.
go ahead.
Which,
I
and
hear,
I'm shocked that the brother that's 40 that's not hearing me. That's what has
yeah,
tripped me out.
because I
Bro,
feel
you don't see what you saying
I
because
because
these
am hearing.
youngsters is
because
listening
like
to
bro,
us.
y'all keeping it real, but what you saying is this is what births gentrification, and this is what also have us with less resources. The behavior that you're saying. This is how gentrification and resources are not to us. We don't benefit from it. Like, yes, we all understand if you get this group of people and this group of people with differences, yes, something is gonna happen. But let's don't act like if I'm in Chicago, we in the city, but you gonna bump heads with somebody.
Facts.
You gonna give somebody a pass, bro. Like if everybody don't want that shit all the time. You telling me it's two groups of people and y'all smashing every time? No.
I'm not
People
like that, but I'm
like
just
come
saying,
like
like,
but y'all, but when he's telling y'all something, but I understand what y'all saying, but I think y'all keeping it. I ain't gonna say y'all keeping it too real, but y'all making keeping it real as rationalizing bad behavior that's not productive for the
I don't
betterment.
condone it. I
But
don't
that's
none
been
of
I'm
that.
going
not.
But
on for
You.
I'm
I
so
just
think
long
y'all
though.
taking it like
No,
we
bro, you what
want
you're
it to
saying.
happen.
I want y'all to understand what y'all saying. Y'all are listen, bro. This remind me of the era. What about 2000, early 2000, when them hood to hood DVDs came out, and everybody hood to hood was going to each hood in America, and everybody was
You
Hmm.
so
take that.
everybody was trying to make it seem like their hood was the most savage, most crazy. This remind me of that, and I remember thinking, bro, do y'all understand? If you on here saying this about your own city, that you can't be reasoned with. Can't talk to them. They animals. Did all them people got to get put down? Those are rabid dogs that need to be put down. You included, because you ain't no good because you can't talk to nobody. They're not gonna listen to you. Why are you still there? Why haven't you moved? If you're different from that, why haven't you? Why are you still in an environment to where can't nobody be reasoned with? Ain't no hope. Ain't no need to invest in nothing. They all animals. Get them down. What is the point of Baltimore and DC still standing? What's the point of saying, hey, I'm from Baltimore, I'm from DC? You a stupid idiot if you from there. If what y'all say, if what y'all saying is true, then what's the point of being from Baltimore and DC? Ain't no OGs. You can't reason with them. The YNs is taking over and they crazy. Forget about it. Okay, why are you still there? Why you still got a job? Why not leave and go somewhere else and say, hey, I want to live, I want better for myself, so I'm gonna go here to New York. I'm gonna go over here to Connecticut. I'm gonna go here to Georgia. Well, why are you still there?
Hey, 78. Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
But hey, before I go, this Coach Hudson, y'all. So check this out, man. But before I leave, I want y'all to know, man. I served in the Army for 10 years. I was an airborne infantryman. If you know what that is, cool. If you don't, it is what it is. But I seen a lot of stuff in that 10 years, and what I want to tell y'all is the way y'all describing this place, man. There's some places outside this country where that's what's told before the force will go in and lay everybody down. That's what we will be told, that these people you cannot reason with.
Yes, sir.
These people you got to go in and lay down. And I know y'all saying it's some bad brothers. I got you, but let me tell you something, man. It's some real hateful psychopaths waiting to get the green light to do just that, to
Ooh.
come into the community and show you who really is crazy, to show you
So
some
I'm
real
telling you.
sadistic, psychopathic, demonic stuff. And they have nothing but murder and death in they mind, and they don't care nothing about our kids. They don't care nothing about our women walking the street. And I just want to get this warning to y'all brothers, man. Like, when we are having these conversations, hey, what go on in our house, stay in our house. We know we got some issues, but never let everybody else know that, hey, this is what's going on. This is how you feel, because even if it is true on the men, it's our job to handle that. Because if you let this message get out too long and it get to the right person, you got some fools that's in government now that might say, hey, you know what? Maybe we need to just go ahead and and,
Yep.
and go through there
Yep.
and put that green light on them. And when that happens, man, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be nothing y'all can do at that point. And I just want to leave on that point.
Nothing nobody can do. And the thing is, Coach Hudson, I'm sorry, brother. Hey, Will, if that's you in the background, turn your camera on, just wave, just to make sure that's you, Will. I got you, Will. Okay. Well, go ahead, Coach Hudson. Go ahead.
But I just want y'all to think about that. Like always keep that in mind. That's why I had a rebuttal to say, nah, I done seen us come together and meet in peace because I know there are people that's listening who are among us who want death and murder to our people. So I see what y'all saying, and we do have problems. I grew up in Chicago. The difference was, like my granddad used to always tell me, he would say, we've always had nuts in the community. The difference is we would deal with them, if y'all get what I'm saying. And I know y'all saying, hey, I got my own responsibilities. I can't go out there and tell these brothers what to do. But all I'm saying is, man, when we on these platforms and we having these discussions, we got to be careful how we demonstrate what's going on in our community. Because if we're not careful, if it's that bad to the point where I can't even have a discussion with you and say, hey, we're gonna bring $2 billion to the city this weekend, and we need these people to do this, that, and the third, and you saying, hey, that don't even work. I mean, there's nothing gangster about that. Now, usually in the city, if you are robbing, if you are killing or whatever, it's usually because there's lack of resources. But if you're saying that, hey, even if I'm bringing resources to you, I still just want to kill because,
Right.
man, what can I do with that? You know what I'm
You
saying?
got to blow the whole thing up. Everybody in the city got to go. Everybody, grandmama,
Everybody got to get.
kids, everybody got to go. That's what y'all saying. That's what I'm trying. I'm tripping because I'm like,
Exactly.
bro, do y'all know what y'all saying to the world? Y'all
But
acting like y'all can't
what
be reasoned
resources
with
are
it.
you saying is being brought to the city?
This,
And
this so
how can you act so how can we act so savage amongst each other, but be in custody of somebody else? How can you act so savage, but you allow someone to put handcuffs on you and and allow somebody to
Brother,
put you in a
talk
cage?
about
That
it,
don't
brother.
make no sense, bro.
Talk about it. It don't
That's
make, brother.
ridiculous.
If Baltimore and DC dudes was the animals that they claimed that they is on this show, police wouldn't be able to deal with them. Police couldn't get you in handcuffs. You
But
wouldn't be able to survive in prison because you're so wild and animalistic.
yeah,
They'll have to mow you down every second. So it's all
yeah.
cap, bro. I've been
You
outside
know,
too
that's the
long.
reality of it. That's what actually
No, it's
happened.
not, bro.
That's
Now
not the reality of it, bro.
DC, Baltimore, I'm pretty sure y'all got a big population of inmates. If what y'all saying is true, we ain't saying cities don't get busy. I don't even want to say get busy because that's like egging on the BS. But we ain't saying violence don't happen. If what y'all saying is true, it should be no inmates where y'all from. You can't be so savage. But how you somebody put shackles on your legs, on your wrist, and put you in the cage? They tell you when you can go to bed, how many times a day you can eat, what you gonna wear, when you can get on the food. Like, how can that happen? Because if there's no resistance in the real world, how somebody with a blue shirt on and a badge tell you something? Like, come on, bro.
Bro,
You
it
gotta
don't make
stop it.
no
That
logical
don't make
sense, man.
that don't make sense.
But let me go
So
to my brother Trill Will. Go ahead,
it's
Will. Go
selective
ahead.
politics.
Hey, salute to you, General.
Salute, brother.
I was listening to y'all conversation, and then part of me wanted to weep, and another part of me wanted to just grab these youngins up by the throat and say, "What are y'all doing to yourselves? Do y'all not understand that the government that we have right now are itching for people like y'all to be actively saying the stuff that you are up here saying? They are
Man,
looking for a reason to put a bullet in your head. They're looking for a reason to spray y'all down and treat you like animals. They're looking for this is historically proven that they are looking for a reason to live up to the negative stereotypes that don't put up on black men specifically. They've hypersexualized and made black men out to be these super angry killers. When you look at history, and the problem I think is in Baltimore and in DC is the fact that there's no education there. Nobody wants to study on the history of what actually happened in the past and how the past is currently being replayed in our face. Right now, the current administration is stripping rights away from us left and right. They're trying to reel us back to the fields to work for free. And y'all don't even see it coming. Y'all too busy beefing with your homeboy down the street because he said something you didn't like, and y'all are willing to get active. Why can't y'all ever get active against these white supremacists and racists that come up and do and say all this stuff? They be up in that area. George Zimmerman was up in D.C. Nothing happened to him. Kyle Rittenhouse was up in D.C. Nothing happened to him. But let somebody look like me or somebody look like you. Y'all are ready to jump off, get all this puff and courage in your chest, and now you ready to blow down the whole neighborhood. Y'all need to redirect that energy into learning what the real history of this country first, and then we can put foot to pavement so we can get some stuff really started. Why do you think Donald Trump always refers to Chicago when he wants to talk about violent black men? Because that is the story that y'all put out and let the world see. Y'all ain't gave the world a chance to even see who y'all really are. There's a lot of intellectual people in DC, in Baltimore, in Chicago. There's a lot of brothers out from up that way that got plenty of sense. But you can't see that because of all the noise. And then you have young brothers co-signing the BS what they're doing. It only validates their reasoning for them going putting bullets in y'all head. Like when Freddie Gray was killed in Baltimore, he was handcuffed in a van and they shoved the brakes so hard that he internally decapitated himself. And nobody was screaming outrage. Nobody. But y'all can go and blow down, let somebody say something wild about you. Oh man,
Who
you
ain't
this, you that.
scream outrage? They had a whole riot. What you talking
But
about?
Yeah, I don't
but
know what
I'm
he
saying,
said.
What you talking about, man?
Even with what's his name?
Nothing of what you just said was facts, chat. When you looking, it's easy to have that opinion when you looking from the outside versus
no, I'm
actually
saying I
being
lived in
in it.
Alexandria.
This,
I lived in
this
Alexandria, brother. I know what
Crazy.
I'm talking about.
Alexandria is
I
not
lived in
Baltimore. It's
Alexandria.
not
I
DC.
know
I'm
what
in
Baltimore
Alexandria
is
every
15 minutes.
day.
Baltimore and Silver Springs, that's all in the same area. They're not even 30, 45 minutes apart from each other. No, I've been through DC. I've been through Baltimore. I've been through all that. Seen it all. I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years. I did 2 combat tours. I done put bullets in bodies. I know what they do. I know how they militarize people. And they can militarize your police force to go in and kick in and roll in tanks in your neighborhood. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. So you can say I'm capping all you want to. I know what they're going to do because they've already
Question.
done it before.
Let me ask you a question, sir. You say
Mhm.
you've been in the Marines or in the forces, right? And you put
Yep.
bullets in bodies.
Yep.
Have you lived? I've lived in Baltimore for now. This will be my 36th year next week. Since I've been alive, Baltimore has consistently been around 250 to 300 and say 70, give or take, murders a year. Would you think that you've been around more murders than that per
And let
year?
me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Can I ask that?
Have you been around? You think you've
I've
been
been
around more
in,
murders than
dude,
that?
Let me
I was in Iraq in 2000. I was in Kosovo in 99.
let me
The
ask you a
stuff you
question.
didn't hear about, you didn't hear nothing about that in the news, brother.
Let me ask the question to the brother Nick. And this is my problem with you. I don't want you to get offended, brother, but I gotta say what I gotta say. Since you've been on here, it's an element of y'all that's still talking this. We the biggest, baddest killer gangster city ever, and y'all like you keep talking about murders and how gangster we is, and you don't understand what you're saying about yourself, brother. If you still there, you either participating in the murders or you too broke to get the fuck out. What the hell are you talking about? Why are you bragging about black people killing black people? Why are you still there unless you're doing the crimes? I don't understand why
It's
you act like that's
it's
a badge of
systemic,
honor or something. This man
bro.
just
It's
told you he was in
systemic.
the military at war, and you like, nah, they ain't got nothing to do with, man, hey, out here, we got you killing 350 a day. Hey, we out here, we killing. What are you talking about, fam? Why is that a good thing? Why are you
Let's,
still in Baltimore, my G?
You listening to respond versus listening to hear what I actually said. What I said was living here for 30 plus years and seeing that many bodies drop a year. It puts a different perspective in someone who actually lives here.
Right.
I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not glorifying any of it. I'm not even saying that I agree with it. That's where you think that I'm
Bro,
coming
but
from.
why are you fighting against what he's saying then? If
I'm
you're
not
not
fighting
glorifying
against
it,
what he's saying. You
brother,
think
if
I
you're not
want to be?
glorifying it,
You think I want to see something like that?
brother, that's what it sounds like, my dude. Because if you're
That's why I
still
said you're
there,
listening to respond and not
brother,
listening to
I'm listening to
understand.
what you're saying. Everybody in the chat listening to what you're saying. We started off trying to educate the young homie that's 20. You come on here, our age almost, and you on here. Oh no, we hey Baltimore, hey man, you can't get us together. We gonna kill something, we gonna shoot something. Hey no, you can't do this. You can't like, bro. Do you understand what you're saying? People listening to this. You saying that y'all are uncontrollable animals, and what you got to do with a rabid dog is you got to put it down. You can't reason with no rabid dog. And you ain't got time to figure out what rabbit dog is. You ain't got time to figure out, is grandma okay? Is little Kiki okay? Is Sister Jones okay? Everybody there got to go because this is a condemned area. We can't be even the people from Baltimore and DC saying you can't reason with them. It's a condemned area. So my question to you is, if you are not there participating in the destruction of your people, why are you still there then, my brother? That's a question I got to ask for you. Why are you still there? Brother Nick.
Hey, I think, but also by saying that not just DC, Baltimore. Let's say any major city with violence. We also saying that these are coward cities because why is there no resistance? If there's so much violence and manslaughter going on and there's no resistance from the community, it has to be some cowards involved also.
Absolutely.
Because you ain't
Facts.
gonna let me see if we hear something about this in Utah. You ain't gonna hear this in no Utah or someplace like that because there's gonna be some resistance. You will never see daylight again. You will be in a facility that looks like a
You talking
graveyard.
about places that wasn't designed to be like this. These inner cities was designed to be
Bro,
like this.
you have at this day and age, bro. It doesn't matter what it was designed to be. It's too much information to be a contributor to contribute or just sit on the sideline and hype it up. Because right now, no disrespect to y'all, I don't want to be disrespectful at all, but y'all sound like hype men, bro. That's what
It's
y'all
not a
sounding
hype,
like,
man. It's
No, I
our
feel bad for the
reality.
youngster. I feel bad for Scrapyard.
If it was that
bro.
easy to change it, then it would have been changed.
Bro,
Okay,
I,
how easy is it? How easy is it to rob somebody? How easy is it to rob somebody to kill somebody? All you gotta do is pull your finger. What so and then this is what y'all not realizing, bro, is the mental. What y'all saying, what if it's some kids on here listening? Bro, they don't have the mental capacity to see the difference. So what y'all need to be saying stuff that's more wiser because the mental of a young person, they're not gonna get it. So what you saying is, bro, is very important. You need to build somebody mental up. What y'all saying? No kid that look up to Tank in DC or Baltimore should have no hope of faith. They mental should be destroyed by what y'all saying.
Facts.
right,
They should be mentally weak, bro.
right.
And that
You
means that
gonna,
they're going to go to. Go ahead, General. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, Will. My bad.
I was going to say, like, what I was trying to speak to a while ago. He's trying to speak against what I was saying. Historically, like the days of slavery. This stuff has been going on since the days of slavery throughout history. This stuff that's been playing on in the 60s and the 70s when we were kids. This stuff has still been playing on. Why do you think you don't hear Little Rock, Arkansas is deadlier than Baltimore? It's proven fact. It's statistically proven. Look, why don't you hear about Little Rock, Arkansas? Because it's mostly white boys over there killing people. That's why. But you hear about Baltimore, you hear about Chicago, because it's what? Blackface, you got a case. All they have to do is demonize the public and the court of public opinion enough to where they can start militarizing the police over there, and you got a target on your back, brother. That's all I'm trying to tell you, because historically they've done it. They bomb towns, they murder people, they kill people down here in South Carolina, right here in country South Carolina. They mowed down 28 young kids in Orangeburg, South Carolina in 1968 because they wanted to go to a bowling alley. What makes you think, with the racist in chief that's in office right now, that he can't enact those rednecks that's behind those badges that come and do the same in Baltimore, brother? That's what I'm trying to get you to
Man,
understand.
I want to say something before you or y'all rebuttal. I dropped the link in the chat for you, Stephen X. Listen, bro, I don't care how it make me look or whatever. I cried twice listening to y'all talk because I've done some of the most stupidest stuff in the streets that I'm not proud of no more. You understand? And I wish I could take it back, but I can't. So for the fact you young brothers is on here that gave up any hope for your own people means that not only have I failed, my whole generation failed. We all have, as a race, we failed, bro. That y'all believe this, bro. That's sick to my stuff, bro. I'm hurt. I'm hurt deep. Stephen X, what's up, brother? Steve, Stephen X, you there?
Hey, General, one more thing, and I gotta hop off it. I gotta get
Okay,
back to
go ahead,
work.
Will.
One more thing. This is exactly what white supremacy wants these young kings to believe. They want them to believe that there's no hope. They want them to believe that this is the way and this is what life is. It's not that, bro. It's not. It's not. And I can understand, General, the difference between you and somebody that's unrepentant of things they done in the street is you got a soul. And you seen the error in your ways and you changed that and you made it for the better. And you gave a penance for what you've done. You know what I mean? So I mean, there's no need to look down on yourself for what you did because you were young, you didn't know no better. I've done stupid stuff. I'm not from the streets. I was born and raised in a house with a preacher. I'm a PK. Never seen no street stuff in all my life besides when my uncles and them were out here ripping and running. Even in little country Georgia, my uncles were out here in the street. They were getting busy. I seen all kinds of stuff. But that's needless to say, that doesn't take away or less accreditate what I had to say. Basically, if you look back in history, the same thing that's going on right now, the same thing that y'all up here talking about and glorifying is what they're hoping you glorify. So it makes it easier to make you a target, homie. Peace and blessings to y'all, man.
Peace, my brother Will. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Trill Will. Stephen X, what's happening with it? You there, brother?
Salute, bro. Salute, 7A. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you, brother. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace, and salute to the chat. I've been just trying to hold my peace. I'm gonna be on. All I've heard is like negativity. I haven't heard one thing that was positive, and I mean this respectfully, from the brother from Baltimore. Like, I haven't heard any solutions, not one. And I'm wondering why you still live there if it's that bad. I mean, I lived in DC for 6 months and worked there. That's it. So I can't say like I lived there, and I lived in what, Southeast, across the Anacostia Bridge. What you're describing, I never saw. So I don't are you guys like putting extras on it to try to make
listen, Stephen X, stop 1 second. That's why I felt the way I felt, and I had to go on mute, and I shed a tear because I'm like, bro, y'all acting like I ain't been outside. I've done business in Baltimore, in the streets, and in DC, and I've done legal business there. I haven't seen this stuff. Yes, I've seen stupid stuff. People get shot and people, criminals and stuff. I ain't seen this barbarian activity where you can't even talk to a brother from DC and Baltimore because they're gonna bite your ear off. I ain't seen none of this. What y'all talking about? And the fact that y'all in there and y'all pushing this is crazy.
Nobody said that.
It's crazy. I did security at the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. I was there. I was on post. I saw black people, all types of black people, celebrities, rich, poor, street, college, fraternities. There's educated black people in the DMV, highly educated black people with money. I know I have a mentor in Silver Springs with a big house who's an attorney who sues police. What are you guys talking about right now, man? This is reckless.
And to debunk all of that, the brother that's on here right now with us, the brother right here that's on here with us, he from the DMV, right? So you think you an anomaly? You think you the only person that don't want? I'm assuming you want peace, you know, amongst brothers. So you telling me you the only one out the population, out of the whole DMV? You the only one? Like, come on, bro. You got to think about that. You debunking the narrative right now yourself. Because let's assume, can I say, like, you're not contributing to the BS? So you the only one that don't want that? That's ridiculous to say that, man.
Let me say real quick.
Nobody said that.
Hold that thought. Jacob in the super chat with the 20-piece. Much love and much appreciation, good brother. Thank you, sir. Salute to you. Definitely appreciate that. My brother Trill Will LDB said nothing, coming through heavy with the 50-piece. Much love and much appreciation, good bro. He says, salute, General. Keep being real, bro. He says, you got to keep working for the future, and depends on, hey, I'm going to do it. I can't believe these brothers are saying what they say. I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? Like, I mean, I ain't no cap. I ain't trying to be funny, bro. This almost sounds like some weirdo FBI type of stuff or something. Like, what is y'all talking about, fam? But go ahead, good brother who was just speaking. I'm sorry.
7A, let me just say, you know, with the NOI doesn't have guns, okay? But yet somehow they're able to keep any event they do or any mob from anybody coming in there with weapons and violence and all that. And you're not allowed to have guns in NOI. It's against the policy. So I reject any narrative that says that black people can't come together for an event. But if you do security right, even at a tank, I know, folks. And there's always a fight at a tank fight. There's always something going on, but it happens at other fights too. It's not just tank. But this has always been my. I used to love Tank, and then I saw the way he moved, and then just the way he moves with boxing. But it's really he bothers me because of his attitude outside of boxing, and I'm seeing it. I'm hearing it right now. And I'm starting to see what's going on in Baltimore and what this is all about. And it's not cool, man. Y'all got to be more impeccable with your word. You're putting this out into the ether.
Then you come change it.
I got a question. What you mean
do
by his
something about
attitude?
it then. You go
What you
change
mean
it.
by his attitude?
Go change it, champ. Go do something about it. Stop talking about it and go help them people.
But no, brother, you just said you can't help them. You see, that's why I got mad, because I'm like, you said y'all, the stuff you're saying is you can't help the people, brother. And that's
Because
what, like,
he's saying he don't like it, so
Well,
let him go try help him.
brother, if you do my
when I
my
suggested that Tank Davis and Lamont, remember how they started? I said, I was talking to the young brother at Scrapyard, and I said, man, so we all trying to hook the young brother up with some game, and be like, look, if Tank and Lamont Roach, they both from the areas, if they come out and they say blah blah blah, y'all came on here like, nah, that ain't gonna work. They can't say this and they can't say that, and ain't no shot callers and ain't nobody listening to this. And I'm like, well, bro, if ain't nobody gonna listen, you know what you mean? That means you're beyond repair. You got to destroy that and rebuild. You got to kill all that, move over there. Because listen, if I go out into my yard of dogs and my dogs stop listening to me, they willing to attack me, all of them got to go. And I don't care how you take it. I'm getting rid of all of them, and then I'm going to start over. So if you're telling me you're dealing with rabid dogs here in the D.C. and Baltimore area, which I have not seen, I just seen some straight gorillas, some savages in Baltimore for sure. But I ain't never seen the dudes from Baltimore that I couldn't reason with or talk to on some business. Never. I ain't never met a Baltimore dude who getting money. I don't care how many bodies he on this belt. I always been able to talk to him like, hey, bro, look, I know you don't rock with dudes, but look, I got something going down.
You just said the same thing I was saying. I said you can. It's easy to have people who got money around each other. It's easy for that. I'm not sitting here saying that it's right or glorifying it. None of that. I'm not trying to build it up. None of that. I'm speaking on the reality of what we actually living in.
I appreciate that, bro. I lived in South Africa for 3 months, Johannesburg.
Yeah.
I don't think Baltimore's got anything on Johannesburg, bro. Johannesburg is, if you want to talk tough, and that's a dangerous place, bro.
Man, that's Africa.
There's a lot of dangerous places in the world. I'm not saying anything about anywhere else, or I'm not saying that
that's Africa.
That's a good thing.
Well, the reason I raised that is I'm only giving. Johannesburg is beautiful too. Like when I talk about Africa, I'm only using that. I'm not gonna only talk about, oh, it's a dangerous place. I had beautiful experiences there too. So what I'm saying is, like, you guys are glorifying whatever.
I said that. Champ, you're not listening either, because I said I've been to fights. I've been to the fight in DC. I've been to most of the tank fights.
Hey, 1 second, please. 1 second.
Okay.
It's the sister in the background, I believe. Kaya, can you turn your camera on the wave just so I can make sure there ain't no weird troll coming on here to say some racist stuff? Just turn your camera on the wave. You can turn it back off. I think his name Kaya or Kia. Okay. I'm assuming that's a troll then. But go ahead, brothers. Finish up. I'm sorry.
I got a question for Steven next.
Yes, sir.
You said something about Tank's attitude. You don't like how he moved and stuff. Like, can you explain on that?
I don't like Tank's attitude. I don't like his attitude with not trying to get belts. He says he only cares
I thought you was talking about
Kia or Kaya. I got you.
Okay. No, I'm talking about outside the ring too, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Outside the ring.
He's not from the streets. No one believes you, bro. You're not from the streets. You grew up in a gym. I understand you may have had a hard life with like a foster. Okay, we all know foster kids, man, or foster children. We all know foster children, bro. You're a multimillionaire now, man. So like it's just like you're not. No one believes that you're from the streets, bro. Nobody believes it. And I'm not from.
No way from.
Well, he could be from the street, but not a street dude.
Sorry, that's what I mean. Not a street dude. Not a street. That's what I meant.
So you know you hate him because he's not a street
dude.
Are
people in DC and Baltimore? Are people in DC and Baltimore? Are y'all scared to have a fight, or y'all or are y'all willing to take what come with the consequences? Because by what y'all saying,
I'm
we
gonna
shouldn't
go
hear Tank.
wherever the fight is. Me
Okay,
personally, I'm
because
gonna go wherever the fight is.
okay, because based on what y'all saying, we shouldn't hear no more tough talk from Tank or nothing. Because if the people scared to be in the environment, that's one thing. So if y'all willing to take what comes to
Tank said it
consequences,
himself.
okay. So Tank must be scared too. Because everybody talk this boss talk, but can't control their soldiers. So
This
if
is
that's the
this is
case,
the
we shouldn't hear.
this is the thing though. You trying to
Y'all just said
avoid a
take him down the street.
situation
Well, how
before
you
it
gonna
No,
happens.
control the street
no.
goals?
If
I'm being realistic because if if this is such a big concern, we shouldn't hear no more tough talk because you can't be talking all this rah, then be scared to be in the environment because this gonna happen because everybody gonna act a damn fool. So we shouldn't hear no more suburb or I'm from Baltimore. I used to
Well,
eat
I tell you
bologna
one thing you
sandwiches
ain't
and
gonna hear.
noodles.
You ain't never gonna hear me ever push for a fight to be in DC and Baltimore. Not when I got a
Yeah,
panel full of people from the area telling me not to do it. I'm like, okay, well,
yeah.
cool. I can talk about because when I can talk about Cleveland or somebody else, or Omaha or L.A. somewhere else. Because if DC and Baltimore dudes are saying that they can't be in the same room without something crazy happening, that's wild to me. And like the other brother pointed out, if it was really like that, if it was really like that, some uncontrollable, we just savage behavior, ain't no way the police will be able to get handcuffs on you. Ain't no way.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
They would have to mow
I
you
cannot
down.
rationalize that.
They would have to mow you down, fam. And that was my biggest problem when I got locked up, bro. Sidebar, real quick. When I got locked up, my biggest problem was it was this one dude who was up in there. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was like he acted like he was crazy, wild animal type. They kept him in the cell all day, right? He throwing stuff. He taking dookie out of his behind and throwing it smeared on the walls and stuff. And his cell used to stink and all this kind. He's like, man, what's wrong with dude, man? Oh man, he a rebel. He don't play no games. He don't. Man, he ain't about this. He ain't about that. They don't even let him out in population because if he come out, he gonna he bit somebody's nose off and all this kind of crazy stuff. I'm like, man, so dude crazy. They need to have him a man or something. But this is what I do know. Come Christmas time, when the nuns come in there and they nuns come with their gifts and stuff to give to the inmates, this dude on his best behavior because he know if he act up, he don't get no gift. Now Muslims, at the time I was a Muslim, so I wasn't gonna get no gift anyway. I rejected the gift. But some people like him, he on there act his cell clean. He got his best behavior on. The nuns come and they give him the gifts and stuff, and he thank you. 2 days later, he back to wild. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody got time for this scam, bro. Bro, you can't turn off and on Savage. You can't do that. Listen, if a dog got rabies, he got rabies. You can't have it today and not have it tomorrow. Bro, this is a scam. So my point is this. There's a lot of dudes that have built in this sense of protection in order because they're scared of their brothers and sisters. So in order for me to be protected, I gotta act like I'm the most uncontrollable animal the world has ever seen. That's gonna protect me from the ninjas. But when I get around white folk, oh, I can be myself, boss. I's a shoulder lick your feet, boss. I's a kiss you where the sun don't shine, massa.
You
But then
just
some of
described
them,
half of the hoods in America. That's half of the hoods in America.
I agree. I totally agree, and it's ridiculous.
We never was disagreeing this whole time, man. We just was saying different perspectives. My perspective is the perspective of somebody who's living in it. Yours is the perspective of you want change, but you not in it. You not around it.
I'm not around what? Baltimore, D.C.
Where are you living right now?
I live in Milwaukee.
Exactly.
No, no.
I
See,
mean, hold on.
Milwaukee get
My
down.
son in
hold
college
on,
is a
hold on,
hood.
hold on.
I've been
Milwaukee get
living in
down.
Baltimore for over 40 years.
Okay, go ahead, sister. Go ahead, cook. But I want to say one thing though.
How y'all doing, everybody?
Peace, sister, peace. But I want to
I'm
say something.
Kid here. So I've been living here. Yes, I've been living here for over 40 years. Now, I think what the young man was trying to say, like in most cities, they have like what you say, shot callers. In Baltimore, we don't give nobody titles, but it is people in the community that can have order. We don't give them a title, but they will have order. And as far as having like events here, it can happen. I think he's just using his perspective of how things is where he is, but he can't speak for the whole Baltimore because I've been living East Baltimore, West Baltimore, and the county. And far as acting unruly, yeah, in some areas, but not all areas. Me, I will go to any street corner and pray with those brothers. I don't let that put fear in my heart. Oh, they might be shooting, killing, selling drugs. You can't walk around with fear. If you're walking around with fear, then that's going to determine your outcome. But if you be fearless, anything can happen. Far as Tank saying that he don't think the event could be hosted here because people act unruly, I don't know why he would even say that because he hasn't even been here in a while. I mean, he pops up here and there, do turkeys or Christmas, but he's not here every day. I'm here every day, and it's not as bad as people make it. I hate when I tell people I'm from
That's not
Baltimore. The
true.
first thing
Tank do live here. He been here for like the last 3 years.
Hey, no. Don't cut the sister off. Let her cook. Let her cook. Go ahead.
I'm just saying everybody is not negative that live in Baltimore. And the other thing I was trying to say is every time I tell somebody that I live in Baltimore, I'm from Baltimore, the first thing they say, "Oh, I wouldn't live there. It's like the wire." It's crazy and violence everywhere. It's not what you do, is how you do it. As long as you moving accordingly, you'll be good. You'll be straight. That's just my perspective.
Good stuff. Good stuff. But I'm gonna say this to the brother before sister came on, and he said he suggested somehow that Milwaukee, and I'm not gonna play the game like Milwaukee is. I'm not gonna do that because ain't nothing cool about being from some gutter butt ass place. But I want to say this: Milwaukee has been rated as the worst place to live for Black people in America.
I
Milwaukee.
wasn't saying Milwaukee was soft or nothing like that. I just said
No.
Milwaukee is
I
in
want you.
Baltimore.
I just want you to understand. Milwaukee has been rated as the worst place to live for Black people in America, and you wouldn't even think that. Anywhere I live, they always say Milwaukee. You think of you wouldn't even think that. It's
I
second.
wasn't saying it
I
like
never
that. I
thought
was
of
just
that
saying
too, and I'm the
Milwaukee is
closest.
not Baltimore. I know Milwaukee got stuff going on.
Yes, sir. So my thing is this: I've done business, and I still do business with brothers that get money from DC, street dudes who used to be street dudes from DC and Baltimore area that have transitioned into real estate, and I'm proud of them, and they doing their thing, and they are businessmen. And when I go visit them, and they come visit me, it's all love, and we talk about what they got going on. And these is made dudes who was getting money, who was actually commanding people, getting money back in their time. So I never seen them not be able to talk to their soldiers. I never seen them. I don't know what's going on now because I'm not in the street no more. But I never seen them years ago not be able to say, hey, don't do this, don't make that move. Never seen it. So I believe Baltimore dudes and DC dudes can be talked to like every other dude can be talked to. I don't believe that they're something wrong with their brain or they so savage that they can't be talked to. I believe Baltimore and DC dudes deserve a chance to make it just like everybody else. I believe they deserve to have good fights and entertainment in their city like everybody else. And for any ninja that's gonna come there and mess up a good time, they need to be dealt with. Them ninjas need to be dealt with. Yes, that happens in every city. In Philly, you just seen Gilly and Wilder go off on somebody coming up there wilding when they had an event on. In Milwaukee, they done took away our whole. We used to have African World Festival. They done took that away, Afrofest, because ninjas come up there want to fight people from school and this and that. But meanwhile, you got Greek Fest, Italian Fest, Polish Fest, right? You got all these other people
You just
festivals.
proved my point with the Gillian Wallow event. They tried to put on something for the city outside of the city, but close to the city. That
Okay,
event was
okay.
held in Jersey, and look what happened.
No, brother. I hear what you're saying. So the point is this: at some point, instead of just saying we can't do nothing around each other because they're gonna act up, how about this? How about we start punishing as a community, as a solution, and as a community? How about we take responsibility as Black folks who are responsible and start punishing those who come amongst us that don't want to have a good time? Instead of just saying, oh man, we can't do nothing. How about we get together that want to do something? And the moment Drunk Willie show up, we beat the shit out of Drunk Willie and kick
That's
his
a
motherfucking ass up out of here.
that's a
Yep,
that's
I
a
agree.
that's a after effect. That's after the something happens.
Nah, I agree 100% because there's no way you could, because how y'all making it seem it's basically gonna be a whole bunch of street dudes in there. So if it's a whole bunch of street dudes, they should have been in jail at one point in time in their life. So you can't tell me you in jail, you getting your damn mouth open and they checking your booty for contraband. You could do that and be civil, but now you want to come act a fool. Man, get out of here. Stop it. And where's the acting a fool? Somebody telling you to bust it open. Let me see what's in there. Why you ain't acting a fool then? How come you got a release date? Man, stop it.
You
If
just
people want to come
describe you
together,
describe what actually happens in every city.
yeah, exactly.
Right, but
So
That's
Exactly.
why
his
that's why
point
the
is we're
term
real.
recidivism was
Bro,
invented.
you can't tell me deep Baltimore's. Bro, we just had Dirk and Keith come back to Chicago, bro. You can't tell me Baltimore and DC. Come on now. Stop it. Like, y'all, I understand. Like, that's why I said people try to rationalize it, man. My city's so real. The war, the murder capital. I mean, that's good niggometry, bro. It sounds great,
We
but
ain't glorified. It's just
It
bro,
don't sound
bro
great. You
it
the only
sounds
one saying
great.
it sound great. It don't.
bro,
But
but
look how y'all
y'all
presenting
making
it, bro. I'm
y'all
not the only
making
one
I
that think
was
that, bro.
presenting
I'm
it.
not the only one that think
The
that.
only thing I was presenting was that it wasn't a good idea to have the fight in DC.
Well, I disagree.
hey,
I actually think it's possible. I actually think you can do it,
Everything's possible.
Everything's possible. I
not,
ain't say it wasn't possible. Yeah, they can have it. I just said it
uh,
wasn't a good idea.
I
okay, but
not,
I listen. I'm not
And uh,
listen. I
and
have
if
no
I'm
doubt.
putting words in your mouth, I apologize, bro.
Go ahead, brother. My bad.
No, I was saying to the dude, if I'm putting words in your mouth and I'm projecting, I do apologize. But it's no way I don't have a malicious intent. I do apologize if that's how you took it.
I'm not
But
taking
I'm
offense to
saying,
nothing nobody said. Everybody is entitled to their
no,
own opinion. We all men on here.
yeah. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying, yeah, I understand. I'm just saying if I came at you the wrong way, I just want
You
get that
didn't.
clear.
Men
yeah,
respect
Just
yeah,
men.
yeah,
respect.
yeah, yeah.
It's
He
nothing
brother,
you
he
said that
understand.
was wrong.
And listen, bro.
All
If
right.
I thought you was, if I thought you couldn't be talked to, I'd have kicked you off this show a long time ago. But brother, what's that, brother? Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we are, brother. Go ahead, brother Cook.
What's going on, brother? I'm just
Salute,
gonna make it very short, man. Hey, what's going on to everybody on there? Kid, what's going on, sis?
salute.
Look, man.
You're cooking
Overall,
breakfast.
we are lost people. When I mean lost, is we don't have no identity on how we're supposed to act as brothers and sisters. So with this being said, that tough images come from the environment of what they push off. So we've been mentally, we've been destroyed. We have no clue. So now we got to put on this persona. I'm from this neighborhood. I'm from this neighborhood.
That's
We're not
right.
even looking at one another as a people no more.
That's right.
You know, as a nation no more. It's I'm from this neighborhood. I'm from this set, and I'm going against you. It can't be, hey man, we just friendly having a competition. Roach against Tank. Hey man, I should be able to have my fight anywhere and people not act up. But like you just said, you made a good point about us checking Ricky or Denise that tried to get out of order. Like, hey, come on, man, you grown at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? So it's just sad that as a melanated nation, that we just can't be able to put down the bull crap, 400 years of slavery. We can't put that aside and say, man, wake up and like, let's just be a family. You see what I'm saying? What's the
Yeah.
beef about? So that's really it.
Hey, brother, salute to you. I'm glad you came tuned in with the knowledge. I'm gonna tell you something because one thing I noticed about us, and I want all us on the panel to realize this, and that's why I caught myself before I got caught up in doing it. When I heard him say something about Milwaukee, instinctively, what black people do is we want to talk about how gangster and how hood our city from, and that's the trick. That's the trick, right? So I caught myself and said, I ain't finna die. I see what's happening. Because that's what a lot of the Baltimore and DC dudes, they felt like they city, oh no, I gotta come on, I gotta represent my city. No, we crazy out here, we savages. And that's why I said the hood documentaries. Because back in them days, in the early 2000s, those who remember, when Hood to Hood DVDs was coming out, and that's when I first got hit to Bill Haney. Way back in them days, when Hood to Hood, everybody was representing their city, and everybody wanted their city to be on DVD as the most savage, most brutal. You can't talk to us. We killers. We gangsters. We animalistic. We worse than LA. We worse than Chicago. Everybody wanted that joint, and it was played to the people as a badge of honor, and we made fools of ourselves. But Mo 2013, what's happening with Album?
Yo, salute, 7A. Salute to the panel, man.
Salute.
Yo, what I'm hearing is kind of it's disheartening, man. Like because realistically, like if you really been outside before, you know the standpoint that these dudes is coming from, and a lot of it. And I don't want to call nobody out, but it's you not really outside like that. Like, because if you was really outside, you would know a lot of that stuff is not going on. Like to describe it in that kind of way, especially if you really from there, you know that's dangerous to do. I'm sitting here listening to this, and I heard somebody say this. I'm sitting here listening to this with my son. Like I homeschool my kids.
Yes, sir.
So it's like it's real dangerous. And I'm sitting here kind of like picking through the conversation as it's happening because I'm sitting here with a 10-year-old boy and
Only one with the
excuse me, that shit is dangerous that y'all saying. Like to describe it like animals that nobody can be tamed. I live in what most people would describe as the worst part of New York, which is called Far Rockaway. And if you know anything about this, then you know it's not the greatest place to live. And hearing y'all talk about that is like hearing how other people talk about Far Rockaway. And it's from the standpoint of people.
I think you lost connection, brother. He'll come back in. He'll come back in. But it's a good build. This is a good build. Let me hear from the sister again. Sister, what's your name? Kia, sister?
Yes.
Okay, sister, tell us again, where you from? You from Baltimore?
Yes, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Well,
Okay, so
Baltimore City.
Okay, so you from Baltimore, sister. Now, my initial point of making this video was saying that I'm waiting. I thought Tank versus Roach in that area, in the DMV area, would be dope, and I thought it'd be great for the culture, for Black folks all over to come out there and see that. But some people on the panel are telling me that that's a bad idea because it was going to be violent and it's going to be in shambles. But how do you feel about that, sis?
To be honest, I think it would be a great idea to have the event there, and it would bring all sorts of resources and networking to the area. I think it would be great. But like I said, if you're having people with a negative perspective come, of course, they're gonna think that it's gonna be rowdy. Like I said it earlier, it's violence and craziness everywhere. But adjustments can be made. You cannot have that fear that, oh no, it ain't gonna happen, or it's gonna be this popping off or that popping off. No, you cannot speak that, because if you speak it, it comes to existence. So, like I was stating, I have a 17-year-old son. Okay, he is still a virgin, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He's in the 11th grade advanced class. He got an offer for one of the technology schools in Silicon Valley. So when I hear other young guys say, "Oh, well, you can't graduate, or you won't be selling drugs or smoking it," that's not true. And I live in the hood. Right now, I'm in Emerson Village. The guys that's on the panel from Baltimore, they know about Emerson Village. I done lived in Walbrook
Yeah, I'm from
Junction.
Park
I done lived
Heights.
on, yeah, I lived in Park Heights. I lived on Monument Street. I lived on Franklin. I'm all over the city. But I just feel as though if you change your mind and your perspective, then you'll have a positive outcome. But you can't be in fear. And that's what's stopping a lot of people in Baltimore, is the fear that they cannot change it. It's not going to happen overnight. The change is not going to happen overnight, but you got to take it one day at a time to make that change. You have to be the change you want to see.
1 second, hey, Scrapyard, you've been on here the longest. I'm gonna let you go, brother, so other people who want to come on can come on, because I'm full right now. But
Salute.
salute to you, brother. Thank you for tuning in, young brother, and make sure you tune back in on another day. Okay, go ahead, sister.
Yes, but I was just stating that, we just have to change our mind pattern. You just got to take it one day at a time. And you can't feel as though, oh, well, this person not doing it, that person not doing it. How about you do it? How about you try to start something?
Yes.
Like I said, every weekend, I don't go out and get people to record me and stuff, but I feed the homeless. I go to the corners that got the most crimes, and I go there and I speak to them. I ask them how they day been going, the guys and stuff. And at the end of the conversation, I pray with them. So like I stated, change your mind frame, and then you'll have better results. Be the change that you want to see, but start.
I
That's
agree.
all you got to do.
Indeed, indeed. Shout out to you, sister, for all the work that you do in the community. And I'm gonna say
Thank
something too, about that. Is I definitely can relate to that because and I seen somebody in the chat say that what she got going on with her son is not the norm. Who cares? It should be the norm. And the point is that the point she's making is instead of talking about it or just doing nothing, she's doing something about it. If you start at home if you start at home and you instill discipline and structure and values into your own children and provide your own structural home, then they're gonna take that what they learn inside the house outside the house. So
Great.
instead of us worrying about what this person ain't doing and what let's fix our own house. If everybody focus on their own house, when our kids go out here to meet, I ain't gotta be afraid of my daughter meeting your son. You ain't gotta be worried if your son like my daughter, if she gonna be a good woman for him or not. If everybody handle our business. See what I'm saying? So I think that's a great idea, sister.
And I'm a single black mother.
Yes indeed. Yes indeed.
Yes.
Salute to sister S Young. Salute fam. Well, what's your thoughts on what we're talking about, S Young?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Here you go.
All right. Just want to say salute to you and salute to everybody on the panel.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Man, I don't even know where to start, so I'll just start like on the psychological.
Hey,
tip,
somebody,
right?
can everybody go on mute that's not talking because there's some feedback going on. Go ahead, young brother. S Young.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna start on a psychological tip. So, when I was listening, the first thing that I thought of, well, not the first thing, but one of the things that I thought of was well, actually, one of the brothers that just came on, he mentioned something that I was thinking about too, right? And a lot of people, they don't, especially these days, they don't like to bring up slavery, right? When we talk about black people,
Right.
I know there's a lot of, a lot of people have their ideas about it. Cool. But trauma, this is the thing that's so difficult in the black community and why it's so important for us to be aware of it, because a lot of our problems come from unresolved trauma. Now, what happens with that? There's something back in the day they used to call it MPD. Now they call it dissociative identity disorder. What happens when you have unresolved trauma for the body to handle it? The psyche is very fragile. What happens is it splits. So what do you see in our community? All these different fractured communities, right? I'm a Israelite, I'm a this, I'm a that. Nobody wants to just say, I'm black, let's come together, right? And this is the issue, right? Even you just saw the other day that young black kid who said he was like a fan of Candace Owens and all this kind of stuff. What did he say? The only good N-word is a dead N-word, and that includes me. How does a young black man grow up with that sort of mentality? That's trauma. That's not normal.
Yeah.
And like, I think the issue that's going on here on this panel, what we're seeing is a symptom of that, right? Like this, oh, I'm from DC, I'm from Baltimore, fractured. We broken. And until we mend those things, it's going to continue. There's no fixing it until we go back, right? And that's why it's important that we have like this community and that we're having this discussion right now, right? And I hope people are taking this stuff serious because we can heal our children. This is scary to me. This conversation is scary to me because I'm raising a young black daughter and I'm trying to raise her better than I was, in that I want her to grow with this mentality that black is the best, right? Because that's who she is. That's what she is. That's what people gonna see. But if I'm seeing black men talking so destructive, why the hell would I want to put my daughter in the hands of that? This is scary to me. It's very scary to me. And so like, we gotta be an example for our kids. Forget this fractured mentality. We got to come together, and that starts with raising good kids that love who and what they are. Go back and read your history, please. 70 has mentioned a lot of people that should be required reading for the black community, especially black parents. I mentioned Dr. Frances Cress Welsing in the chat. Yo, this woman ahead of her time, timeless. You better read the ISIS papers. In it, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. In it, you know what she said? She said, any black man that is not willing to fight for his people, his children will be destroyed by the system. She used that word, destroyed by the system. And she said, for the women, if you decide to have a baby with a man who's not willing to fight for his community, your children will be destroyed. And we need to limit. Now, I ain't even going to say that, but we just got to be careful. We got to be careful because, especially with this new administration, with the new administration and all these buzzwords, they're stealing woke from our community and distorting what it really means. We have to be more woke. We got to wake up. We got to do it for our kids. That's all I got to say.
Excellent stuff, brother. Excellent stuff. Let me go to my brother, Andre Toppin Jr. What's up, bro? Andre, you there?
What's up, 7-8?
Yes, sir, brother. Go ahead, cook.
Yeah, so y'all said a mouthful, man. Listen, I was born in Alexandria and I grew up in Sterling, but I've been to DC several times, like throughout my life since I was a child. My mom used to take me there on the metro when she was working at the Pentagon City Mall. Listen, I've been to cookouts in DC. I recently went to a Juneteenth festival in Anacostia a couple years ago. Never had any issues. DC and Baltimore have their issues just like any other major city. Okay, they have their issues just like any other major city. So, bragging about how dangerous your city is, that's not good. That's not cool at all. That's just not something you should brag about. Because you're giving white folks more ammo to stereotype us when we stereotype ourselves. Like you can't be using language like that, talking about how many gangsters and thugs in your city. Like, come on now.
Shout out to Andre Toppin. I salute to you. Anwar Willis, what it do? Appreciate the love in the super chat. Anwar Willis, salute to the general and the mighty LGBC. Much love, fam. I'm gonna make sure I miss no super chats. Let me go back up here, y'all. I think I did here. Let me see here. David Jackson, I don't know if I read this. He says fights always happen in tank events. DC versus Baltimore at local arena will be catastrophic. I think I read that one. Akil Vibes in the super chat with the 5-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, I'm from Brooklyn. And yes, it's a lot to do in New York. I think I read this one too. Yeah, I think I read this one. Let me see here. Let me go back down. D'Artagnan in the super chat. Appreciate the love. He said, Patreon lit. Thank you, brother. Salute to everybody signed up to the Patreon. Dinkin Dollar says, I got you, OG Mr. Mont. I see you. Dinkin Dollar says, salute. He says, Tank and Lamont could stimulate their own local economy with the DMV. That's what I was saying. I just thought it'd be a good idea. But, you know what I mean? We got a lot of people up here. Let me see here. Brooklyn Born in the super chat with the 5-piece. Salute. Peak ignorance is beefing. Offer stuff over stuff you don't own. Said the mindset is dangerous. Fathers in your sons' lives. I agree, brother. Ain't no way. I grew up on that a long time ago. Ain't no way I'm fighting over a block. I don't own nothing. That's why I got into real estate. I got tired of hearing OGs tell me, bro, how you fighting over a hood you don't even own? How this you don't even own nothing? That stuck with me, which is why I got into real estate. So it's funny to me just to listen to people talk about stuff and how they willing to die for a hood and for a block, and you don't got no value. You don't. All you do is pay taxes. If you do that. Not at 86 in the super chat. Appreciate the love. He says, salute General and salute to the mighty LDBC. Thank you, family. Context in the super chat with the 10-piece salute. I can't see. He says, I work with juveniles in D.C. and Maryland area. You can tell and show these kids the right way, but they are brainwashed. Also, D.C. Has the most resources out of other cities in the U.S. I agree.
That's a fact.
I agree. Now, I read the other ones. I think I read the other ones. Let me see. Somebody, D says in the super chat with the 5-piece, he says, last time Tank fought in Barclays, 69 crew shot at 69 crew shot at Casanova Insider in the Barclays. So
that was not Tank last fight in New York.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just.
That was not Tank last fight in New York.
Todd French 600. Salute, homie in the super chat. Self-policing. We got, absolutely.
Yeah, Black Panthers. That's
And
get back to that.
All right,
Tank last fight in New York was against Rowley. That did not happen at that fight.
Anybody got anything to cook on? Anybody want?
I just wanted to say if we raise our consciousness, which is what we're doing right now, it's going to make it'll make a huge impact. Just this conversation alone is already life changing. Somebody's hearing us. Somebody's hearing us out there right now and saying, "Yeah, we could change." And like on a practical level, you just need security. You just all you gotta do is search people coming in. Nothing's gonna happen. If you think something's gonna happen, they call that a self-fulfilling prophecy. I refuse to believe that black people can't get together for a good time and watch a boxing match, whether it's Devin and Tank. And that's why I like Devin so much, because of his mindset and what he represents. You know what I'm saying? Like his dad has his story.
Yeah.
Like Devin is about that excellence, and Tank is too. Tank is about black excellence too. Both of them are black excellence to me. We're just trying to hold Tank accountable. Like, bro, we want you to be great. We want you to unify some belts. You know what I mean? I sort of bringing boxing into this because but if you see it, the different subsets of black people that support different fighters, you can sort of see the divides, can't you?
Right.
I've noticed it. I've noticed sort of like the class divides or whatever you want to call it, or cultural divides in our own community. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that has to be bridged, and conversations like this are the starter point. So,
can I go something?
Yes, sir. My OG, Mr. Mom. What's up, good brother?
Yeah. What's going on? I'm more concerned than anything. As a 55-year-old man, there's absolutely nothing about me that make me would want to go to any of these places and be a mentor to the youth of today, because I fear them.
Right.
If I see them, I want to go the other way. It's sad to say, but if I see them, I want to go the other way. If I can't go the other way, I got my hand on my street sweeper. It's just that simple. I don't really like dealing with them. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Now, I don't know who on here is from Chicago, but I remember several years back, they were talking about sending the army into Chicago.
Right.
And 7-8, them the real savages right there.
Hey.
and they organized and they merciless.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that's not what you want. A reputation is worse than anything, and it always precedes you. Telling you, you don't want people being afraid of you. They will eradicate you.
That's right. What you do to something you're afraid of, you pop it.
Absolutely.
You pop it right away.
So places like Baltimore and other places, not just Baltimore, Chicago, all these places that were known for having savages and stuff like that, Just keep it up, because we got somebody in the White House now that you better believe all it takes is for some dummy to whisper in his ear and tell him, hey, we need to send somebody in here to do something about what's going on in Baltimore, or what's going on in Little Rock, or what's going on in Chicago. And he won't think twice about doing it. And like I said, I was in the military myself, and you wouldn't believe how organized they are when it comes to stuff like that. They'll take you out and you'll never see it coming. And even with the police, they'll shoot you in your back, shoot you in your front, and they'll get away with it. There ain't nothing you can do about it. And then half of the ones that's doing all this dumb stuff, they get caught, they get sent to prison. Then instead of people holding them accountable, they run around with T-shirts on saying free such and such. No, you leave them savages in prison where they belong.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's all I got, 7-8.
And that's good. Real talk, OG Mr. Mott. I want to say something. Somebody said something in the chat. Hey, somebody go on mute. Whoever that is got a background noise loud. But somebody in the chat said something about. Let me go back up here. Who was it? I can't find it now. But somebody said something in the chat about we are civilized people, and I agree, because first of all, the word civilized. Okay, Europeans try to make that a European thing, like they civilized the world. You know, they came to America and they had to civilize the natives here. They went to Africa, they had to civilize people there. Everywhere they go, they have to civilize people. And people have taken that word to mean white interference or white folks teaching you how to act like them. But in reality, the definition of civilized is to move in according to a system, to be at peace, to be educated. And we were doing that all over this planet. We had structure all over this planet, okay? Even when we had wars and whatnot, with rival nations and tribes, it was always structured. We had rules and regulations to it. So we've been knowing how to get along. It wasn't until we got around these savages to where we started adopting their moral ways and folk ways and stuff like that. We start acting like them, okay, and believing the hype of what they told us, how we supposed to feel about ourselves. Oh, you know, in Africa, y'all was swinging from trees and eating each other. In Africa, that's why you got dudes today who can't stay. They even the thought of Africa scared them. No, I ain't no African. Black folk, we was the first everything. We was the Moors. We was the Israelites. We was the first everything you could think of, because we the original man. So we was first everything, the good and the bad. You understand? So, but we gotta be able to accept that. So it's no, we just this and we just that. No, we ain't just one thing or nothing. We are the original people of the earth, which means we the earth is our turf, literally. If you don't want to be from Africa, fine. You don't want to be from America, fine. The earth is our turf. Everything, wherever grass grow, I own it. You understand? If grass grow there, if the sun shine there, that's where I'm from. That's my hood. You understand? So, but that if we adopt those principles again, we can stop this division. We can stop all this capping and trying to find ways to beef with each other every 5 seconds about some nonsense. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. I really hope brothers from. Oh, go ahead. Somebody has something to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, 7-8. I mean, I'm agreeing with certain things that you're saying, but what I'm gonna we gotta all understand this. We know black is just a color. We know African American came by in 1988 by the way of Jesse Jackson. The only way that we're gonna be, people may agree, they may disagree. It is. I'm a messenger at the end of the day, and I'm only here to give the word. We're in this predicament because we're breaking the rules of our God. I'm not talking about Muslim. I'm not disrespecting nobody. Muslim, Christianity, I'm not talking about that. We have our system, which is laws, and we're breaking them. That's why we're at the bottom today, and the other nations are above us. And we're not looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to go through this, and then right now they're in the way of pushing us together, but we don't even see that. They're pushing us together, but we're pushing away because you still may have individuals, right? I'm not saying on this panel, just our people in general, still listening to "I'ma kill that nigga," still looking about "I'm a pop a pill, I'm gonna take your woman." We're still listening to our music. So if we're not the biggest, if we're not being the influence and being bigger than what they're putting out, because they're not making us do it. We're doing it because, I got to get this money. If I get this money, I can do this for my dad or I can do this for my mom. And we're not understanding that it's going against our morals and principles. So whether people want to realize it or not, if you read Deuteronomy 28, we are the chosen people and we're breaking these laws, and they tell you exactly what we're going through. Exactly what we're going through. The Book of the Dead is not going to tell you that. I'm being factual. I'm not a religious man. I'm a spiritual man. And I'm telling my people, we are a cursed nation. We are cursed. There's no other way that nobody can say it. Yes, we are chosen and we can uprise this situation, but what's working? It's not working because we're cursed. And the only way we can uplift that curse is going by simple. Hey, thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not steal. This simple concepts. So if we start to do that amongst our people, look, we're going to have people that's going to be rebels, man. We've seen it in Birth of a Nation with Nat Turner. We've seen it in Queen of Slim, in that movie, Queen of Slim. We've seen it in, it came down to Judas and the Black Messiah. It's going to be our people that's going to infiltrate and do some crazy things. This is why we need discernment to know what's right, what's wrong, and who to be with, who not to be with. But I'm letting you know right now, it's going to get worse before it would ever get better. I yield.
Salute to you, brother. I want to say this. Salute to everything you said. I disagree with some points, but it don't matter. That's irrelevant. But I want to say this. Brother Woke says here, bro, he said the music is the biggest influence in taking back blacks down. Listen, and I know that firsthand. The music, right? See, the religious stuff and the spiritual stuff can get divisive. Because people will focus on one thing they disagree with somebody said, and they'll focus on. I don't care. I heard everything that brother just said. I heard all the good stuff. The stuff I disagree with, I can dismiss that, because that's how I move and that's how I was cool. I'm gonna focus on what we agree on, right? And I agree on so much of what he said. But like, I think that music, okay, the stuff that we let our kids listen to, the stuff that we listen to, right? Music is a spiritual thing, right? So. When you drinking and smoking and you listening to them drums, you evoking spirits. You evoking spirits. So now, what are you listening to, and what is the music saying to you? In our culture, especially as people who are very impressionable as we are, we watch reality TV. You could be from California. You watch some reality TV from Atlanta. Before you know it, 2 episodes later, you using their slang and lingo. That's just what we do. We're very impressionable people. So we gotta be careful of what type of vibration we put in our system, what we letting our kids listen to, all of that stuff. Because your woman can watch a reality TV show or some show on the internet. Before you know it, she acting like the crazy chick on the internet. I was working with this one dude. This cat named Rick. Shout out to Rick. He got his own business. He's doing good for himself now. But back in the day, I remember I used to work at this job, this factory, and I had a guy in jail, and I'm trying to get my life back together and all that good stuff. And the movie American Gangster came out. I think it was American Gangster. I think, yeah, it came out. This dude named Rick, who got a job. Me and him both working overtime. This fool come up to me, hey man, we need to get our work checks together, man. Man, we got all this overtime, man. Let's save our checks up, man. I got a plug. I got to connect. I said, connect for what? He said, man, I got to connect, man. And dude gonna hook us up, man. Look, man, he gonna get us X, Y, and Z for the low. We just got to put together 5 Gs. And I'm like, bruh. Like, I'm not on that, bro. I'm almost on those, bro. I'm a grown man. I'm retired. I'm working. I ain't on that type of time. No, man, we can do it, bro. Bro, look, man, you ain't seen American Gangster? Frank Lucas? Bro, Frank Lucas was out here getting it. Him and Nicky Bar. I said, bro, you 30-some years old. talking to me about what Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes did, and you think, but I was looking at him like, bro, I can't believe this dude is so impressionable. And I hate to say that, but it's a lot of our people are extremely impressionable, bro, to where we see something, imagery, through music, movies, that stuff matters to us. And a lot of us learn better from visual, hands-on learning. Our kids learn better from visual and hands-on teaching them something than they do from telling them something. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm for real. I heard this, and it's studies done on this. Our kids learn better from visual, seeing it being done, watching it, hearing it, versus somebody telling you about it. You know what I'm saying? We learn more. Somebody else can put it more eloquently than I'm putting it right now. But that's a fact, okay? So now I'm put Headbuster back in here. So with all that being said, we got to be careful, bro, of what we teaching our kids, what we telling each other, and what we accept. Because if I accept what y'all brothers are saying, what some of y'all brothers are saying, that, oh man, we can't do nothing together, we're gonna fight, it's gonna be something. Okay, well, listen, bro, this is why that give up mentality, that's why brothers say, I'm not dealing with black women. I'm finna go deal with this white chick, because man, it's always something. We're gonna be arguing about something, but it's always gonna be something. Man, I ain't got time for that. Bro, you gonna argue with the white woman too. But that's just not popularized. That's not talked about. But you're gonna definitely argue with this white woman. But because we constantly come on this internet pushing this race war against our people, this gender war, I should say, black man versus black woman. Some many young brothers hit me up and say, bro, 78, man, what's the point? I mean, everybody's saying like black women, because like one little young brother, he 22, always watching these balloon popping shows. I didn't even know what that was until he put me up on game. He said, man, OG, watch this. So he'd be sending me. At first I was mad. Then I started watching them. And I started getting hooked on them. So I'm watching them like, man, y'all be watching this stuff? This is what y'all got the game messed up. Y'all really watching scripted BS. And y'all thinking this is how you supposed to court a woman. You think this is how a woman go? Listen, bro, these women are in a room full of cameras and full of other women. You ain't never finna get no real reaction from a woman when she got a camera in her face and other women that's judging her judgment of you. It's not gonna happen. You talking to that woman in the library by herself, at the bus stop, at her job, at the club, anything is gonna be different from her being on TV on a balloon popping show, fam. You cannot take this stuff serious. No, man, what they saying, the girls are saying they don't want brothers like me. They saying if I'm not 6'5", and man, I might as well just give me a white girl. Bro, what's wrong with you? Bro, you only 22. You ain't even started dating yet. What is you talking about? You ain't gave up already? This is why I say we got to be very careful of the energy we as LGs, older black folks, the energy we put out to these kids, we got to be careful, because when you start venting your frustrations, it's some youngsters listening to this stuff like our word is gospel, fam. And if enough of us are saying it, then that's just what it is. See what I'm saying? Anybody got any thoughts on what I just said, or am I tripping?
Yeah, I totally agree. Part, yeah, I totally agree. Especially this ending part you just said, with being conscious with our words and saying this stuff in front of young people. That's why I was dispelling a lot of the things that was being said in front of my son, because if he was to look at that without no guidance and just think that's how black people are, people in Baltimore, people in DC are, then he's gonna go there with that expectation. And even with people who like get these apps like citizen apps and don't ever go outside, and that's all you get is app notifications of what's going on. But even when you go outside, you don't see none of that stuff going on. You just believe that's what it is. You starting to believe the internet, these people telling you what you are, and it's not really that. Go outside, get the real life experience, and see what's really going on outside. Like the same way with women.
Right. Absolutely. You got to, man. You got to get out there. You got to see what's out there, man, in the world, because your perception of what's going on is different from reality. You know what I'm saying? And And I had to find that out on my own and seeing different things. But luckily for me, when my father been in the military, I got a chance to travel the world and see different things, different people, different walks of life, and seeing how different people was moving and shaking, different cultures. And I was raised in different environments, so that taught me that everything ain't what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I got a chance to see things differently though. But anybody else got any other words on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey Seven. I don't know if we touched. I don't know if we touched bases on this. 'Cause I did leave out, but if you don't mind, could you or one of the older guys in here explain to, like the youth on here or the guys that were speaking about the DMV in Baltimore, the importance of parenting and having a support system and a foundation? Because I think that those are big contributors into decreasing, you know, things that are meaningless and like meaningless violence, senseless violence. And the question to the dude that's from Baltimore, what is your personal opinion on a correction that could be used to take action before? Just
Why would
one
you?
correction that can help better things.
Why would you assume that one of us didn't know that? What would
No,
make
I'm
you
not
think that?
saying you didn't. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Discrediting or assuming. I'm just asking him. I don't think we spoke on that yet. The foundation, having a support system, parenting. Because in my personal opinion, those are big contributors into what we're talking about now. But I'm not saying or projecting that you don't know anything.
Go
But I
ahead,
don't
young.
think we spoke on that yet.
Go ahead, brother. Or you can speak on it. Go ahead.
Well, could I speak on it?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Black attack.
Oh
Well,
yeah, okay.
I could I could just speak for myself. And well, I was raised by a single mother, but me myself, I was a single father. I raised my son by myself. I with my mother help. I ain't gonna say by myself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But just he lived with me coming up, and my son 20. He in college. Like the way I grew up, I made sure he didn't grow up nothing like that. So, like I believe, like especially if you went through a lot of things, who gonna want that for their child? You know what I'm saying? Like my son in college right now in Wisconsin. So you, hey, 7 day, you know of a college? It's a community college called Bryan Stratton.
What you talking about, bro? I got yeah. I know a lot about Bragg and Stratton. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my son go there.
That's what's
But
up. That's what's up.
I believe, it take you just you don't gotta become a product of your environment. And like this conversation we was having about, like why, it was just speaking on what's going on around us. That don't mean that, that we a part of that, but just speaking on what's going on. And I think it take you gotta have more, like especially when it comes to parenting, you gotta be around people that how can I put this? Mm. That's not on like all positive people. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Have positive energy around, especially around your kids.
You got your kids. I'm gonna tell you the worst thing you can do, and this is why I cried earlier when the brother was saying what he was saying, is because the worst thing you can do to somebody is remove hope from them. When you tell people they ain't got no hope, it's no reason to hope or to fight for nothing. That's when you give up. That's when kids give up. That's when people give up. I've seen too many people give up on their family, give up on their people, give up on everything, give up on life, man. I had a homeboy, shout out to my homeboy Fred, who he took his own life, man. Like he gave up on life, and he was so young. This man he gave up on life because he thought he was supposed to be rich by a certain date because that's what society. Everybody else his age getting money and they doing this and they doing that. So he supposed to get money by this age. If not, then he give up. I don't like that. I don't like to give up attitude, fam. I
But
can't.
nowadays, like this generation, that the internet trickle. Like social
Yeah,
media trickle. Most of the stuff you see on the internet is an illusion anyway. You know what I'm saying?
facts, big facts, big facts.
So like you see, like especially you see the young kids. with the money and all this. Sometimes that ain't even their money, but you chasing something they don't even have. You know what I'm saying?
It's fake, bro. Some of it fake, bro. Look, bro, it's illusion from fam. Listen, bro. People sell a dream. They sell illusions, and people look at this stuff. They want to be, especially on Instagram and all this. Man, bro, I got so many apps on my phone. I had them. I ain't got them no more because they cost too much money. But there's been so many apps, bro. Now you can just upload a picture of yourself and upload that picture into an app. Man, they could put you in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They could put you next to Mozart or something. You know, they could put you anywhere. So
And that's what people be chasing.
yes, and people chase that kind of stuff, and then before you know it, you know what I'm saying, they ordered them some prop money. They look real.
Exactly.
Yeah, they ordered them some prop money. They got a couple $100,000 of prop money. They doing the little telephone thing, and somebody else looking at this like, man, dude getting money. Man, dude getting to it, man. They got the fake private jet that you can go rent that out. You can go rent a little you can go rent a private jet for 30 minutes. You ain't taking off in it. You take pictures and take videos in it. You know what I'm saying? I just seen one dude on the internet. This clown is doing interviews from the fake private jet.
Oh man.
I mean, he doing interviews. He recording videos. He acting like he got all this money. Then the jury he got on is beauty supply store jury.
I was just about to get the fake jewelry, all that.
Man, I can't. Man, look here, man. So anyway, people, the illusions that get sold to people, to our young folks, is dangerous, man. And I be trying to talk to youngsters, and I try to give them some game and teach them, like, man, you ain't got to give up hope, bro. You can still make it out here. You can get to the money, all that kind of stuff. All your friends that giving up and they on this and that, just get away from them dudes and get to your money. And I promise you, bro, in 10 years, like the same thing my daddy told me. My daddy told me, look here, you think these your homeboy? In 10 years, you ain't gonna know them dudes. You ain't gonna be hanging around.
And that's what I used to tell my son. I told my son, because he used to have it was four of them. It was four of them. And you know, like older people, we been there, done that, so we could just like see through, like what's you could just picture like how everything will go. And I was just like this. You see them? I said it's only one of them that you're gonna be probably close with when you get older. And if I wasn't right, it's only one of them that he's still close with to this day.
And all
And
facts.
even
Man, Jerome King. Salute to Jerome King in the super chat with that 10 piece. Thank you, good brother. He says I had to jump off. It's my son's birthday. Happy birthday to the youngster, man. Salute to you. So it's a great conversation. Has especially been comes to our people. The words that we use can be very dangerous, can alter views and perception. Absolutely. Go ahead, brother. What you saying?
Nah, I was saying that even having mentors and stuff like that too, even if it's social media. I'm not the oldest on the panel or the youngest on the panel, but I do definitely think young dudes, if you 35 and younger, you should have a mentor. Even if it's somebody like 7, 8, where you sign up to his Patreon. It's a lot of game, like life game on there that my father used to give me, my older uncles used to give me, that yeah, like a lot of people can benefit from this day. So like don't be afraid to go out. If you 35, 40 and younger, go out there and get a mentor. Go talk to somebody, because you might feel like even at 25, 30, 35, you supposed to have a bag that you ain't touched yet.
Right.
And you could feel like you ain't in your purpose yet. And realistically, this bag that you talking about you need at 35 is there for you at 45. You just gotta wait and be patient enough to get it. But it's like with the rap and the culture, it's all supposed to be fast, drug dealing, money. But if you don't live that lifestyle, then you gotta look towards people who live a lifestyle that's kind of similar towards yours, and find out what the financial goals is there from there. Because you could be broke I've been broke in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my end of my 30s, and now it's finally starting to click for me. But if you would have told me this 10 years ago, I wouldn't. You understand what I'm saying? Like these type of things, or these conversations are conversations you should have with your OG. So I advise anybody under 35, go get a mentor, go get an OG. There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
Well said, brother. Because mentors.
Yeah.
mentors are often shunned, and people don't respect having a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Especially the right one. And then, like you said, I got another young homie. Well, he ain't a young homie. He younger than me, but um, he 40 now. Check it out. I remember coming up with him, how he would be like, he was always stressed out and over women, and how he couldn't find the right woman. He had two baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? And neither relationship worked out. And he just was like, man, I ain't trying to be one of these dudes. He's got 3, 4, 5 baby mamas and kids everywhere, man. I don't know why I can't just find me the right chick. You know what I'm saying? Why this ain't working out? He dating chicks and it ain't working out for him. And he was depressed for a long time. He was depressed. Like, man, I'm gonna end up being by myself, man. And y'all gonna find me deceased by myself in my apartment, man. He was one of them dudes, right? So I'm like, bro, come on, fam. Like, bro, you still young. He's like, no, I ain't young, man. I'm 39, man, and I need to find somebody, blah, blah, blah. So, a couple of days, I want to say about a week after his 40th birthday, we just celebrated his 40th birthday. A couple weeks later, he meet this chick, right? And he meet her on the humbug in the grocery store. Him and her was laughing about some hamburger helper, right? And then they laughing about I used to eat this growing up, type of stuff, right? They get the vibe. They together. I can't keep this man in America. This man is always gone. Him and her traveling the world, enjoying life. He's sending me pictures. He in Brazil. He in Amsterdam. He over here. He over there. Living his life. The man walking around, a grown man, 40 years old, in Disney World with Mickey Mouse hat on, with this chick. I said, now look here. Just 3 years ago, you was ready to cry and end it all. You got to be paid. Sometimes what's for you is going to come when it's supposed to come, fam. You got to relax. You got to relax. You already got your kids. Maybe them other chicks won't for you. You got to wait and see, and give the universe time to give you what you're supposed to get, bro. All this, you know what I'm saying, ready to give up stuff is ridiculous. That's my homeboy. Shout out to him. Andre Toppin Jr. in the super chat with the 6-piece. Good looking out, fam. Thank you. He says, I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm at work, but I hope, so I'll hop back on when I can see, when I can get free. I can't see none of this, bro. He said, we as black people need more of these conversations. Yes, sir, brother. I'm sorry. And I need some glasses because I'm sure I can't see nothing now. My eyes.
7-8, could I just say the mentorship piece is, I want to co-sign that. Mentorships will change. Mentors will change your life.
Yes, sir.
Like, you don't even, if you have a mentor, you could be a college dropout, high school dropout, but if you get a mentor, remember, a mentor is a self-made man. I know that's the men I look for, men that are self-made. So I don't care about your educational. If I see that you came up, I want to know how you did it. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of the children piece and parents and stuff, you know, just Google 1920s black people. Look how black people were dressed in the 1920s. They call it the Roaring 20s.
Right.
Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. These are, you want to just look at those images of black people in the 1920s. Show that to your children. Harlem Renaissance, all of that. We were suited and booted. We conducted ourselves in a certain way. I'm not saying we have to go back to that, but you know, black people. What was it? Spence and Crawford was what 2023. Mm-hmm. I didn't hear anything bad happen in that fight. I didn't hear about no violence or anything that was a great black event.
But why, you know, the main reason why you didn't hear that happening, Spence and Crawford both had to check their own people. They had to check their own temperature. When it was getting hectic and getting wild and the entourage is talking crazy, they had to check them and say, hey, man, look, we ain't finna do all that, woo, woo, blah, blah, blah. And that from top down, the energy shifted, right? So anybody who was looking for some violence or looking for an excuse to act the fool, you know what I'm saying, the top already shut it down. Hey, you act the fool, you ain't representing me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't coming out here representing me with that. You want something else. You an op. You know what I'm saying? you part of the police or something doing something like that.
And
I think sports.
Yep.
Yeah, I think sports in general, like especially for black people, like it's supposed to bring some type of unity to us. Like we supposed a time to come together, and especially like at the height, Tank and Lamont is at. I mean, we shouldn't tolerate or sympathize with no one that's messing up somebody's business and how they feed their family. Not saying that that's what the brothers was doing, but those type of things to have a zero tolerance for, like, is other things that we could do that's more productive, than act a fool at an event.
I agree. Hopefully, we can put something together, man. I would like to see an event like that. I want to go around a bunch. Like, I'm not afraid of my people. Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
I like being around black folks. So it's like when I say I want to see Tank and Roach do something in the DMV, I'm thinking of Chocolate City. I'm thinking of walking to an arena full of black folks, right? I'm not thinking of, oh man, they're gonna be shooting. They're gonna be. That's not even in my mind. So it's like that's not. We should be able to do something without it getting violent, without it being funky. I understand it's gonna be some people there on some BS, like it's always some people on some BS. But we gotta set the tone, and we gotta be able to let these people know that that's not going to be tolerated. And if you do that, you ain't with us. You a agent of chaos. We don't want you around us. We gotta start shunning them type of people.
We got to keep hope alive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And keep the faith and know that even though that might be your situation, you can change it. You don't have to become a product of your environment. When I split from my children's father, so many people, had a bad stigma, thinking, oh yeah, she gonna become on welfare, she gonna get government assistance, some kids ain't gonna do right. And I shut all of it down. Yes, I'm a single black mother, but I'm not gonna, let that deteriorate me from doing anything. I work very hard. I got my medical license, my CNA, GNA license. I have my medicine license as well. My children, they are twins. They 17. Like I stated, my boy, he got um, a scholarship to go to Silicon Valley for a tech program. His twin sister, she opens for Disney every year. She sings. She's a virgin. She doesn't do drugs. So what I'm saying is it starts from home. You gotta breathe life into your children so they can see, even though that might be going on in the world, that don't have to be your world. My mom used to say, you can live in the world, but you don't have to be of the world. So just don't give up hope and keep the faith and just start somewhere. You gotta start. That's all I gotta say.
well said, sis. Well said. All right, y'all. It's a good cook. Anybody got any last words before we get up out of here?
I learned a lot from this little conversation, and that's why I was quiet. I was just listening. I learned a little lot about this whole conversation about what should be said and what shouldn't be said in the public, and I appreciate y'all for that.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
Appreciate you,
sir.
man. And that's all I was trying to say, man. It's just, yeah, man, because the energy we put
Nah,
out there.
because that the way y'all was breaking it down and y'all started getting real deep, I was like, dang, maybe shouldn't have been just saying certain things. Probably shouldn't have been said. I could agree with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's like this, homie. Like, it's kind of like this. I'm not trying to trivialize what we talked about, but like, it's kind of like if you got a young homie who's like 17, and he finna be a man soon, but he got concerns and he worried about like dating and the girls and stuff like this out here, how to get a girl. If we spend the whole conversation, if the OGs is sitting at the space table and he listening, and we spend the whole conversation telling him stories about our baby mamas and how we got screwed over, child support, and this and that, well, he don't got no hope. He might as well go over there and get him some dick or something. That's what we tell him.
Nah, I feel you.
You see what I'm saying? So this is why our words gotta be we gotta be measured, and we gotta understand what it is we saying. We can still keep it real, but we gotta understand the ramifications of what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to all of the family out here, man. Appreciate the live. This was a real good cook. I enjoyed it. I'm finna go out here. I gotta go pick up my daughter. Holler at y'all in a minute though.
All right, y'all be safe, man.
Salute to the mighty LDDC. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so we can be notified when I drop a new video. Appreciate all y'all coming through here to chat, super chat, and everybody came through showing love today. Make sure I go sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Come on over there and get some of that good game. We up out of here. Deuces, y'all.